Shit, we went live already, didn't we?
We're live.
Oh.
Okay,
Welcome
so
to
welcome.
MetLife Stadium, the April edition, April_Pelton edition of College Game Day, live from MetLife Stadium, where the #1 Ohio State Please Change the Banner Saluna is taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide in MetLife Stadium.
And the Please Change the Banner Bowl.
Yes, the Please Change the Banner Bowl.
Please, Saluna.
Yes, please, Saluna. He has not balled up. It is beyond Friday at midnight. We would like the banner changed, please, and thank you.
Some of us would not like the banner change. We would like to state that you are a great and powerful leader who does not need to listen to these pleas.
Guys, enough about the banner talk. Let's talk about some Eurovision here really quickly. Right, guys?
Yeah, we need to delve into Eurovision. Austria are the champions, if I'm correct.
Call me back when you're done. I don't know what we're talking about at this point.
Got a trans.
And we're done with that. We have lost all our viewers.
Way to go!
We lost
Solid
all our
game
viewers
day
when we
once
started the Eurovision talk there.
Not talking about Eurovision.
Let's move on,
Anyways,
because that obviously stopped all the viewers. Let's start with the Thursday night games, guys. Air Force taking on SMU.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about things that people actually care about, Ted.
Yeah, let's skip the Thursday night games or the AAC games.
What else do we have to talk about then? How about how much we want the fucking banner changed?
I think everyone likes the banner the way it is.
Iowa at Cal. Iowa beat the shit out of Cal. Stanford at Washington State. Stanford beat the shit out of Washington State.
No, come on. Let's start with Thursday Night Football. There's some games here that people actually care about. Air Force at SMU. Discreto Burrito beat SMU. I'm going to stop saying if they're coaches or not because I keep getting corrected. But Arizona State...
They're not. G.R.
See, this is why I said I'd stop saying it. Air Force picks up a good victory.
Yeah.
They're well on their way to salvaging their season if they continue on this path.
I mean, they're playing the AAC.
It was by 1 point.
Hard to get a bowl game. And the AAC. It's not.
UCF got into a major
Colorado
bowl student.
They were in the Big 12.
They're in the Big 12.
UCF was in the... We don't talk about that. That was the forgotten year for the Big 12.
Oh, right, because you didn't make it, because you messed up.
Because you lost to Boise State.
Boise State's legit, though.
Yes, they are.
They beat Hawaii by 70 tonight.
Yeah. Anyways, continuing on, Ted.
Yeah, we're just going to move on here. Colorado State at Cincinnati. What the fuck happened to you, Cincinnati?
I think Athens dog kind of just fell off the face of the earth.
Two missed field goals in just being routed by fucking Colorado State to go 0-5 at home. This is why we're always making fun of Ohio on this show. That's depressing. That is Browns depressing.
Shut up.
Both of you look down at the same time there. I mean, just...
What are you doing?
Shotbox.
Shotbox.
I mean, what else is there to say? Colorado State went in, whooped their ass.
Yeah.
Contest.
Yeah.
Who's the coach? Colorado State. Slaughterhouse 5 still available.
I don't know, honestly, who's the coach of Colorado State.
Slaughterhouse 5 was.
That name does not ring a bell to me, so I haven't seen it around.
It's a bit like Kurt Vonnegut.
In any case, is Cincinnati, Athens dog must have fell off the face of the earth or just did not game plan very well for this Colorado State team.
There's no coach at Cincinnati right now. Athens.
Yeah, I know they are, but either he fell off the face of the earth and did not post a game plan this week, or he did it extremely wrong.
He's long gone.
Yeah.
So we do or do not have a coach at Cincinnati?
No, there's no Cincinnati coach. And no one's going to take Cincinnati because they're fucking terrible.
Is the Colorado State coach actually active?
I didn't know we had one.
Yeah. Let's go next.
Rice.
I don't care about
UCF at Rice in the Who Fucking Cares Bowl of the week. Griefer could not pull off a win against Rice. Could not get the offense going. Only had
Owlman?
one touchdown.
Right, yeah.
Throws it a lot more than Insane Baboon did.
Uh,
UCF, they never did that much.
I don't see
Insane was
UCF.
that.
I don't see UCF making a bowl this year, and Insane Baboon made an Access Bowl last year. Granted, it was on a technicality, but they made an Access Bowl last
Colorado
year.
State's head coach was last active April 26th.
Yeah. Wait. April 26th.
So he's barely still.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Today's is
Probably
2
about.
weeks notice. Today's is 2 week notice to where we could vacate the spot if we needed to.
Slaughterhouse 5,
Yeah.
if you have 4 or 5 hours, depending on your time zone. You have
Well, I mean, we're not going to clear it out immediately, that's for sure. If he showed back up like tomorrow, I'm sure no one would give him the boot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Moving
Probably
on.
won't, though.
Griefer, like I was saying, Griefer. I'm not
Greifer.
saying Greifer. I don't fucking know. If he wants to correct us,
I
he
think it's
sure as hell can. Insane Baboon took that team, and granted, they lost a key component in
They lost the
Trace Buchanan, didn't they?
nation's leading rusher, Trace Buchanan.
So it's going to be really hard to come back from that. They should just, I mean,
Too much.
but I don't see a bowl team for this UCF, or I don't see a bowl game for this UCF team.
No, I don't. They're 1-5. They're gonna have to almost win out and lose to Boise because they're gonna lose to Boise.
And I just don't see that happening. Moving on to ECU at Houston in the Egg on Your Face Bowl for a certain pollster. ECU came in and it was an ugly game, but ECU pulls out the victory over a very sharp Houston squad that came in and didn't wow anybody for anything. 10 of 23 for passing with 78 yards, and only 14 on 89 yards for one touchdown for Houston.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Philip Moore though, 17 tackles. Good lord.
Philip Moore was the only thing holding that team up, but he can't block field goals.
Well, he could, but he must.
I'm still
didn't. If he did, then we might be talking about Houston taking it in overtime, but we're not.
Okay. Just an update. Luna's on NC State, so that's only the 4th game out of 10. So we got a little afternoons up.
Yay.
I'm sure we'll be done by the time he gets them done there. We're looking at Stanford at Washington State next in the Josh Please Bowl of the week. And Dan Harmonica, not setting a game plan, pretty much not doing anything with the team, shuts down
Until
Washington
the
State.
day of after.
Just
No,
pretty much desecrates this Washington State grave. It was 53 degrees and raining, and I'm sure it was super depressing to be at the Washington State stadium.
Yeah.
I just
Like
like
the
imagine.
1-4 Stanford Cardinal. You got beat by a bunch of fucking trees. I just want to point that out.
Or colors.
It's fun to imagine the fact, actually imagining Blake being there at that game without a game plan or a depth chart set.
Yeah, and then they still go out and win the game.
He's like, you go out there,
I don't.
you play wide receiver.
Oh, sorry, guys.
This just in from
sorry,
Saluna. If game day goes long enough, he'll do live scoring again, but he doubts it'll go that long.
We should just.
We can make it go
We-
that long.
Down.
I don't know that we will, because I mean we still want to keep the respect of our viewers. We don't need to just start babbling on. This isn't Two Peas in a Podcast.
This
May
is-
it rest in peace.
Is it done?
It's done. We tried twice
Yeah.
last night to record it. Nobody watched it. It was a disaster, and I think it's time we bury that puppy.
Rest in peace in a podcast.
Yep, that's what
We're
we've been
taking
working on for the
it
past 3 years.
RIP.
Oregon at Colorado. Oregon
Rome.
at the buzzer. Elijah Little, all grown up.
Pulling off a
38-yard field goal to win the game. Rome pissed. But you can't ask for a better performance from Colorado. They just wound up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
14 to 21 for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, the yardage is a bit low, but that's efficient.
Yeah.
And then 16 for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns with only 1 fumble, and that ended up costing them keeping it close. But I mean, this is a pretty underpowered Colorado team.
Oh, Colorado is almost as bad as I am. But, guys,
I'm thinking that Colorado may have a shot. They're going to need to pick up the pace.
yeah,
I unfortunately see them in the same situation they were in last year, a 5-7 finish and missing out on a bowl game, unless they can turn it around and pick up a big upset.
they need a couple upsets.
I'd have to take a look at their schedule, and honestly, I'm too lazy to do that now. But we can revisit it later in the episode if you'd like.
Najee Blue, though. 2 sacks, forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown.
Give that man a trophy. Give him a
Granted-
fucking participant ribbon.
You look at that, but half of that probably came on one play: a sack, fumble, recovery, and touchdown. But goddamn,
Dude, fuck. I mean, that's doing work. You sacked the quarterback, made him fumble it, picked up your own fumble, and rumbled for the touchdown. You're doing your own fucking work.
you are.
That's a good question.
What?
I think we could give Salona the link to this hangout so we can post
the games if you want.
the games in the chat.
Did somebody say that? I mean, we can if he wants to.
Yeah, he said he will for the later games, but not. I don't think for.
I don't know that we'll still be on, but if he wants to do that, we can do that. Or if he wants to come on and read the scores, fine by me too. Moving on. Colorado, we may come back to visit your schedule later, take a look at it, and see if you'll become bowl eligible.
Iowa did what I would do. Darius Jones was not efficient. Ooh, good lord. 23 of 40 for 306 on a touchdown. Outside of those yards, not a great game by Darius Jones.
Yeah. Well, can I ask a question totally unrelated to anything right now?
What?
Okay, the stats exam, the last true response question, how much does that count for your true response?
25%.
25%.
Not the last
That's like
question.
Saluna asked if he could release early games too. He's halfway through them. I told him that sounds fine. I also told everybody in the shout box too, if they want us to evaluate their schedule for the rest of the way, if they'll become bowl eligible, what we see them going, to go ahead and post it in the shout box. We'll get to their teams later in the day.
So, was that one question like an eighth of my score?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get it wrong?
The sixth one isn't as big.
All right, because here's what happened. We had a teacher that's shit, right? So he
Okay.
didn't actually explain how
Let's
to do
talk,
statistics.
let's talk football.
Let's get back to football. We can get back to your shitty teacher in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, if we're trying to.
Iowa. I almost went over Iowa at California. Here we go. Poor Cal Bears have just kind of been abandoned by Alchemist Sticks.
Yeah.
She hasn't been on in 10 days, to my knowledge. They're just not looking like the team we hoped they'd be in the beginning. Iowa went in and Iowa went in. Sorry, I was reading the shout box. Iowa went in and got an ugly victory down in Cal. Boy, it's really weird to see a quarterback with no interceptions and no touchdowns in their stat line. I was kind of wondering if there was a mistake made, but no, there's not. It's just really weird looking. No, with no touchdown and no interceptions and stat line. Because I just noticed I got shut out.
Lester did have an interception that's just not on there.
Oh, did? Okay. Yeah, okay. I see it now.
And it just says 0 touchdowns, 1 interception.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, Cal's not going to make a bowl. Cal's going to be lucky if they win 3 games, especially if Alchemist Sticks has gone ahead and abandoned the team.
Yeah, I don't know where
We hope not so. We hope not, but...
Clean Break murdered her.
Oh my god, why would you bring that up?
Okay, now that was bad. Let's just keep going.
No, hold on.
Yeah, that was terrible. I apologize.
Into the Thursday
No,
night games, Mississippi State comes in with a fucking beating FSU swagger and nearly gets their ass handed to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was just weird.
They had
Their
to
place
escape in the
right?
fourth quarter against a 1-4 San Diego State team. Granted, it was in San Diego. But did you
I guess that flight is
kind
kind
of
of...
letdown from a team that just went into Doak and fucked up FSU?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of did. Because teams coming off big upsets like this never seem to perform as well the next week.
You gotta wonder why.
Because
They're,
they
they're
look.
so hyped and think about it. They come in with swagger, and then they start to just kind of get a little nervous that they're not going to be able to keep up with that kind of swagger. And then
How many times did you say the word swagger?
74 more times.
I don't doubt it.
Swagger.
Aurelia Vaccaro is, as well as having a great name, he's made it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some swagger.
Okay, please.
I
I
almost
mean,
got him.
he's got a good name, but it doesn't look like he did much for the team. He got him down the field, but they punched it in rushing wise.
San Diego State reaped some guys from me in recruiting last year.
John
Because-
Cummings keeping them in there with the interception, 1 sack, and 8 tackles, doing some work. Jeffrey Bledsoe
Both-
with another interception, just couldn't capitalize, I guess.
They couldn't finish.
Both did.
Justin Hunter.
Let the man speak.
Both San Diego State's quarterback and wide receiver that performed really well in that game. I went after both those guys. I think.
Yeah, but you look at Justin Hunter from Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he played more like a 2 than a 4.
Yep.
That's the problem with
Wait,
it.
isn't he a 2.5 out of 5?
4
He's 2
out of 4.
Wow. I guess that was an anomaly then
Yeah.
against FSU. You can't
I don't
explain
think it was
that.
an anomaly. I just think he played. He played better than he's normally going to. He stepped up. He's clutch.
I know.
So we finished up the Thursday night games because I mean, who really cares
Yeah.
about Mississippi State and San Diego State now? So starting with the morning games, Georgia State had a date to just completely get their ass blown out at Doak, and they did not disappoint. Florida State, fresh off an upset loss at home, pissed off, took Georgia State, and did pretty much everything short of buying them dinner before having sex with their corpse. 63 to nothing. Ugly ass stat line with Thomas Wheeler going absolutely ham and cheese on the fucking situation. 25 out of 27 for 385 yards and 4 touchdowns.
It's fucking insane.
Akili Wallace, yeah, I think I said that right. Fucking 19 for 153 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I love Barrett.
And then Barrett Good, yeah, shit.
His stat line 5 for 8 for 2 touchdowns.
And both of those came in the third quarter.
Yep, 5. Wow. Yeah, so I'm guessing Barrett Good is a fullback.
Has to be. Whew, that was just foul. What an awful game.
Georgia State needed a cigarette after that.
Oh, they needed therapy after that. Morning after pill, too. I think he left some behind. Anyway, we're moving on. BYU at Illinois. The Mormons celebrating with sparkling cider tonight as Illinois walks into Champaign, of all places, and just shuts down the home team. Illinois started off with a field goal and then just never got anything else going.
Oh, and the illest team lost.
So, how is the Big doing now?
The Big is probably fucking terrible.
Because they started out looking like the greatest conference in this.
Yeah, that's just another loss for the Big Ten.
I mean, Illinois' coach was correct. I don't remember.
yeah,
Eva? Is he not around anymore?
Who?
I don't know if Steve is around anymore.
Oh, let me look it up.
But either way, Notorious Big must have done something right.
Steve, last active April 27th. So you can just pretty much assume they're... Well, they haven't reached the 2-week point yet. That'll happen tomorrow, but for all intents and purposes, there was no game plan set for this game, at least.
Yep.
Does someone want to link Kafka?
But, yeah.
That's worth.
Okay, who's echoing?
Default everything. Probably, I don't know. Is it me?
Did you do one?
I blame Dream and
It's
Dean.
probably them. Let's just go ahead and move on.
You
Minnesota
kidding?
helped out the Big, but they beat up another
Oh,
big team.
yeah.
Purdue actually had the lead at halftime, it looks like. before Minnesota just rattled off OJ Carano, broke free, and
Did you sneak that up here or what?
This is
Purdue
over.
came back pretty strong after an embarrassing loss. But
Purdue. Oh, Purdue. I was gonna say Minnesota's loss wasn't that embarrassing.
no, Purdue's was embarrassing. Minnesota, both teams coming off a loss, but Purdue's a lot worse. Minnesota taking Texas to the wire.
Yeah.
And Minnesota just did Minnesota.
So I mean, pretty much,
But-
there's not a lot to say about that game. Purdue.
But you can,
What?
Minnesota's just the better
The
team.
entire state of Indiana is pretty garbage.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can say. Well, Notre Dame, I mean, Notre Dame's going to be the best going out of there, but they're independent, so they got no shot at winning a Big Ten title. The entire state of
Impressive.
Indiana represented by the Big Ten is just trash.
Yeah.
I think they're combined 4 and, 6 now?
What?
Indiana and Purdue combined.
Oh yeah, they're fucking terrible. Purdue looked like they'd be all right, and then lost.
They still have time to turn this ship around. They only need 3 more wins to be bowl eligible.
Yeah, but where are those wins going to come? In the Big Ten, that's
We're-
still.
Let's add Purdue here. I'm bringing up a list. We got Colorado, Oregon, and Purdue to look at their schedules later and see what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're moving on, though. We'll
And
look at Purdue
Wisconsin.
later. Oh, yeah, Wisconsin. We'll put Wisconsin under Oregon.
You're not even in the shot.
Dude, the
Oh,
set.
there you are.
What the fuck y'all talking about?
No, they're dumbass.
Good.
Anyway, Oregon State at Northwestern. Northwestern continues to be the best team without a coach. I say that hesitantly. I'll look it up real quick.
I don't. Chris or whatever isn't there.
It should have been Crafty Consumer.
Yeah. But Northwestern.
He's not tagged anymore as the coach. So
Yeah, Northwestern though, they have a lot of talent. Like they have team rating. They were top 25 or just outside of it. They're a lot better than people think.
if somebody took over that team, they're guaranteed to be really good. 8 win, maybe
Someone said,
more.
consumer and be like, hey, come back.
No, he's been gone since January. He obviously had no passion. Here's the available teams list.
probably forgot
Cross-checking
about it
in
since,
the
It was a team 2, or it was a year 2 team, so it wasn't going to start up for a while. And then-
Northwestern is listed under the available teams list. Therefore, they are a abandoned team.
Yep.
And if somebody decided to pick them up like next week, the Big should be scared, very scared.
Lucas would come back.
But Oregon State, they went great in the first quarter, did nothing until the third quarter, and literally only had something in the third quarter that kept them alive, and just got lucky that they held Northwestern to a field goal between the last half, or
Oh,
else
damn
they'd
it.
be looking at a 4-2 or 3-2.
Northwestern had to kick a 21-yarder, so they were within the 10-yard line.
And you got to think that if a team had taken Northwestern and gone aggressive, Northwestern might have won that game.
Balanced game plan. They go aggressive because Northwestern gets down to the 4 and has to kick a field goal. The 21.
So who's the Oregon State coach?
The
Hey, Gerudo.
A. Gerardo or something?
Yeah.
Gerudo.
A. Gerudo needs to be thanking his lucky stars that he played a Northwestern Wildcats team without a game plan, or else he'd be looking at 3-2 right now. Instead of
Now you look at
4-1.
Oregon State. They're 4-1. Their 1 is against a team.
Alabama.
They could be number 1 after this week.
But Alabama, no, I don't think so. They're number 5.
If they beat,
Yeah, but to beat Ohio
if they
State.
beat Ohio State, they're my number 1.
We'll have to see. We'll discuss that later in picks. Navy at number 8, Wisconsin.
Alabama's validity as number 1 team right now. I don't see any issue with that.
We can get
I think
there. We're
Alabama-
still going through the rest of Saturday
Yeah,
morning's games. We still got a lot to go here.
And Wisconsin dicks on Navy. We know we're
Yeah, Wisconsin shoves it in and goes in dry. Navy has done nothing since that glimmer of hope against Texas. They took
I
them to
think it
triple
just shows
overtime.
Texas might be a little bit weaker than we think.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
I mean,
But then what does that say about Minnesota?
that's just Minnesota's not as great as we think either, and that's just Georgia's not as great as we think either. So
Well, in any case, to be honest, Taffy, there's nothing to really talk about here. Eric Weggert goes pretty decent, 27 to 41 with 328 yards and 4 touchdowns, making Navy look fucking stupid. Tell them to go back to
Yeah.
C.
he's made a pull of 10 there.
Michael Pass, ironically getting 2 rushing touchdowns.
Wisconsin could have started their backup quarterback.
Okay, it's done now. I'm focused on
They could have pulled.
Yeah, but
TCTY.
as we've seen with TCTY, we don't want to do
fair,
that.
top 5. So, yeah, they're
Louisville
They
and
won.
Boston College. Poor Rock. Poor Rock
Poor-
is getting rocked.
oh wow, it was only
Is he
21.
still active?
Let's check.
Is he a bad coach, or is he?
I don't know if he's even
I think-
active anymore, to be honest. After I beat him, he hasn't been on since May 2nd, so he did not
Hey.
put a game plan out for this game.
I just have a
Well, he
question
might have.
about this. When they generated
May
the
2nd was a
teams-
Friday.
I have a question. When they generated teams, how the
Go.
hell did Louisville get a quarterback named Bridgewater? I mean, that's just perfect. But yeah, Bridgewater's actually a solid quarterback. It's just he wasn't enough to bring them to a lead.
Well, I mean,
Bridgewater-
it doesn't help when the coach doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably set some new game plan, so it'll just default to those. But Let's talk
couldn't have set
about
a game plan.
what?
But he couldn't have set a game
Let's talk
plan.
about-
He's been gone for 8 days.
You can still set a game plan then.
Yeah, and
I doubt he looked that far
it
ahead.
just goes back to your last game plan if you don't set one. They just count your most recent one.
Well,
But
since
look
we
at
don't know
most-
what it is, we can speculate all damn day about that.
Yeah,
I set
it
my
doesn't
game
matter.
plans usually after the game's played, so.
But look at this. Mosey Bartos, fucking 13 catches for 204 yards, 2 touchdowns.
MVP of that
AJ
game
Carter.
for sure.
The thing is, AJ Carter had a good game too, but just 8 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown will be an elite game for almost every team, but not for Boston College because Mosey just made him look like a punk.
Boston
But-
College is good, and they're going to be a threat in that ACC, depending on which Florida State team shows up.
Yeah.
I think we're all looking forward. Is Boston College and Miami in the same division? Because I think that's the game we're looking forward to in the ACC.
Yeah.
Can you guys
I
hear
don't
how
know.
loud he's breathing right now?
No, I'm too busy focused on these games.
This is pretty ridiculous.
Poor
Extra
Rock,
pain.
just his season is in the shitter. He's probably nominee for worst coach of the year, right behind E-Weebs.
I'm sitting next to Darth Vader right now. God.
Yeah, we shouldn't give out a worst coach of the year award.
Yeah, we should, but
He Craig
don't.
Jada, April Pelton the third.
what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Just
Worst coach of the year.
No, John DeBaldridge.
Anyway, Clemson at Wake Forest. Offense optional says it's required for this game, but defense was also required because he went in 14-0. Looks like he rattled off 3 straight interceptions and ended up with 4 picks on the game. Marcus DeWeevil, I think I said that right. Duville,
Oh, what?
Wake Forest.
Doesn't
Wake
matter.
Forest, whatever. I'm just gonna assume he's either a quarterback or a linebacker out there with 2 interceptions.
And 2 tackles.
One coming late in the 4th quarter to pretty much seal it, and one coming in the beginning of the 2nd quarter for fun.
But your camera shitty too. So.
Is it backwards too?
Yeah. Mirror effect.
Damn it.
What we can't even read it because your fucking internet is so terrible. What are you guys doing?
Hold on. Maybe if Danger uses screen share, it'll do it backwards too.
What? Just
It'll back.
no, we can't read it. It's not a big.
If they're gonna keep fucking around like this, I'm just gonna mute them.
Yeah, Saluna's on my game. Holy shit.
Clemson at Wake Forest. Yeah, we went over that. Sorry.
Sorry.
Michigan State at Indiana.
Oh,
You were
the
being.
almost choke bowl.
Yep.
Your signatures.
All this talk about Michigan State finally becoming bowl eligible, and they nearly blow it.
Yep. Well, I mean, this was their one shot, and they came in with the swagger, and Keyshawn Thompson had to seal it for them because
Yeah.
I guarantee that pick that he made in the third quarter was what led to the touchdown for Michigan State in the fourth quarter to seal it against Indiana.
Yeah.
Camus Davis. Oh, no, wait. Bobby Vigor. What an awful name. Both quarterbacks having pretty mediocre days as it goes to rate like turnover.
I always thought it was Kamau Davis.
I did too.
Kamau. It might be Kamau.
Hey, yeah.
I gotta say that if it's not for Keyshawn at that point, then Indiana may take this one home.
Yeah.
So Slinky, you better. Well, I mean, we already know he's pretty fucking sad, but without Keyshawn, he's in a lot of trouble.
Keyshawn to
Yeah.
the Lions.
No, I don't think they'll fall that far.
No. We don't even know where the Lions are going to be, and they just lost.
Slinky going bowling, turning what was it, a 2-10 team into a 6-0 team to start.
6-6 team.
A 6. Did he go? Did he go to?
No, they're 2-10. He's going to be 6-6 this year.
Oh, okay. Well, right now he holds the lead for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, a 2-10 team straight to 6-0. You hold Coach of the Year, no
Yeah.
problem.
Even
You
if
know, had like a bigger turnaround, have they?
No.
Like, there's no like 0-12.
No.
Aaron T. Dodson for Coach of the Century in 10 years. Anyway, Texas A&M at Arkansas. Arkansas bounces back from their upset against West Virginia that nobody really saw coming. Even Stormstopper in his Big 12 of the Week post had Arkansas as a lock in that game. Arkansas comes back and edges out a victory thanks to Harold Bridges. He built the bridge to a victory, sponsored by the Home Depot. He built the bridge to the victory. Willie Vanover helping with that.
in the most boring game ever.
Well,
No-
that's SEC football for you, dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
SEC football, he threw it 42 times.
SEC football where field goals live. What do you want?
Texas A&M. Just look at the passing attempts for each of these quarterbacks. The Arkansas guy had 42 attempts compared to Fowler for Texas A&M, who had 18.
I mean, that's a pretty average stat line for an Arkansas quarterback.
Yeah.
Not to shit on Artinger or anything, but that's what you expect from an Arkansas team. A lot of pass attempts, a lot of pass failures, a touchdown or two, and then a field goal victory because this is the SEC.
Yeah, the SEC, where all games are either 6-3 or 45-72.
Yeah, pretty much. You either have a high-scoring offense or it's field goals the whole way. And if Auburn's playing Mississippi State, all bets are off.
And we'll go to the third game of the night that had a final score of 6.
You talking about the final game of the night or the
Yeah.
morning?
Yeah,
Final
that had a
game of the
score of-
morning.
Final game of the morning that
Yeah,
had a score of 21.
Neo Vader pointed out that 3 of the games ended 21-17 in the morning.
And Sluna just shit on him after that.
Well, Saluda went back and liked the post, so I don't understand.
But yeah, that was the third one that ended 21-17 in favor of Tennessee, who played them really tight.
And let's be honest here, guys. I'm enjoying seeing Missouri get their ass kicked every fucking week because of the way they just left the site because they got beat by fucking Wake Forest.
You know, they have 2 wins in one of those.
If somebody picks up this team, they can salvage the season.
They can
If
make
this
a bowl.
team if this team does not get picked up in the next 2 weeks, it may be really difficult to turn it around.
Yeah.
They could be 2-6 and still make a bowl.
If somebody knew what they were doing, hit the ground running, they'd be lucky to make a bowl at 2-6 to win out and make a bowl.
Yeah.
Tennessee did last year.
But if they lose their next 2, hell, if they lose their next 1, we're looking at a really dangerous time to be the Missouri head coach.
Yeah.
But in any case, I think we can all agree that it's just fun watching them lose because of the way the Allen Nation left that team.
Did he leave because he lost? I don't think.
It was really poor timing, and to be honest, it was never confirmed or denied. Unless somebody who's watching can say it was confirmed or denied, but he got beat by Wake Forest and then made a post that said he resigned because it wasn't fun anymore. How else are we supposed to construe that?
Yeah.
Plus, he was also part of that Seattle Seahawks organization that just shit the bed during the draft. So I could see how he just gave up on the site and became a little bitch.
Allen Nation. They all
Yeah.
left too. He was the only one left.
And I don't blame him for leaving because that was a terrible situation. I mean, look where the Cowboys are at now, thanks to all their trades.
1-1.
Because the Lions shit the bed.
Yeah. Well, it's always fun to see the Lions shit the bed. But anyway,
Cowboys are going to make the playoffs, and whoever's coach there deserves Coach of the Year.
Who is
the
the coach?
Vanderbilt guy.
Yeah, Sir Wendell.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
guys.
Vanderbilt,
Let's
isn't
move on. We could make our picks now. Let
Yeah.
me go ahead and get up the information for the rest of the games here.
Saturday afternoon game, Army at Penn State.
Penn
Penn
State's
State.
gonna beat them pretty bad. It's gonna be
Yeah.
ugly.
That goes without saying.
And then we have Virginia at Pittsburgh.
We have Virginia Tech at
Virginia
Pitt.
Tech.
I'm sorry, Jumbo, but I think Virginia Tech's gonna be really mad about what happened against who the hell did they? No, Florida.
Yeah.
I got that backwards. Virginia Tech whooped the shit out of Florida.
So they can
I
take
still
Pittsburgh.
think the the V train keeps on rolling through Pittsburgh. It just tears apart the Panthers.
Jumbo's at least have a coach now, so they have a chance.
Well, they have a Mississippi State chance.
Better, yeah.
I mean, last year has pointed. Last week pointed out that everybody has a puncher's chance. So I'll give them. It's now going to be called giving them the Mississippi State chance,
Yeah.
since you can't count out any team thanks to the Cowboys and Mississippi State. But we'll call it the Mississippi State chance if you really
Yeah.
don't believe it'll happen.
Yeah.
So I'll give them the Mississippi State chance, but the V train to keep rolling on through Pittsburgh.
And then we have
Miami at North
Miami at
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Well,
Touchdown.
What's going to
Touchdown
happen?
Jesus versus the Disney Princess. On
Yep.
Okay, I can tell you, if Miami plays the pass, they win this game. If they do literally anything else, they lose.
Why wouldn't she play the pass?
Yeah, there's no reason why, but
Let me see if it was actually on. Anna Banana was not on since May 6th, so she had time to set a game plan.
Yeah.
yeah, and if she didn't play the run against Texas Tech, and that burned
And
her.
they burned her. I'm going to go Miami closer than the experts think game. Touchdown
think-
Jesus cannot be counted out. We
Yeah.
reported the score of Touchdown Jesus taking South Carolina back to the spot of resurrection and whooping their ass.
Oh yeah.
Tim Tebow's on his side.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick UNC just because of Touchdown Jesus.
We
and
have a
Touchdown Jesus.
disciple.
And you do not doubt the Lord, and He will striketh upon you if you do. So I'm gonna go.
I'm going to
UNC.
take Miami closer than the experts think. I don't think Anna wins by more than a touchdown.
I think A.J. Jefferson throws 4 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions.
I don't think
Damn.
Miami's winning big.
That'd be a lot. I think that's too many interceptions.
That's
I think
a
maybe 4.
crazy stat line.
I think 4
Yeah,
touchdowns,
but-
2 interceptions, and we'll see what happens with the actual
How
outcome of
about
the game.
let's do 3 and 3?
That's still pretty
Okay.
high.
But
I
he's
think
been
he's done
throwing
that before, though,
interceptions
has he not?
Yep, he's been throwing interceptions like crazy. Yeah, I think that.
He's a freshman, but Anna's starting to bring a little bit back of that swagger you.
I think Bo Whittle has a big game though.
NC State at Maryland.
Who cares?
Yeah, seriously.
And Bear Pig.
I'll take the
Maryland
Terrapins.
has that quarterback Jose Fitzpatrick, whatever the fuck his name is.
I have
Kirkpatrick.
no idea.
He's good, but
I go with Maryland. The home field advantage wins this game. That honestly probably nobody
Yeah,
cares
because
about.
NC State lost their offensive player.
Does
when-
NC State have a coach?
Yeah, Giorgio. He
Mm.
just joined recently.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
State isn't terrible. I think this
Somebody
game.
I don't recognize yet.
I think Brian Hernandez, though, that's the difference in this game for Maryland. And being the home team, I think they win this.
I'll just give it to him for home field advantage. I don't know anything about either of the depth charts, but that's why you're here, Danger. Duke at Texas Tech. Fuck Duke. Texas Tech all the way.
Sean
Yeah,
Evans
Texas
runs
State's
for
gonna win. That shouldn't be close, in my opinion, really. After
350 yards, 4 touchdowns for Sean Evans.
So we're all in agreement. Texas Tech. There's not really much that can be said about the game other than
Yeah.
Texas Tech is going
Yeah.
to whoop them. Georgia Tech at Virginia.
I hope Virginia. That's not
We all-
biased.
We
but,
all hope Virginia,
it is.
but
No, Georgia Tech. Sinclair is good enough to win.
Virginia.
They get quarterback.
What's Virginia's record right now? I swear they're better than I thought they were.
I think there might be like 2 and 3 or something.
Virginia.
If Virginia's 2-3, then they're not better than I thought they were. I thought they were 4-1 or something.
They could well be. I'm not really sure myself.
Yeah.
Let's find it. Let's just go. Let me open up the game. Taffy, touchdown Jesus hasn't been dead for 3 games because he resurrected last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but Virginia's not a bad team, but I think Georgia Tech's better, and I don't see them stopping that run game.
Let's check out. Does anyone remember when they played on week 5? I'm trying to bring up. You know, let me just go bring up the schedule
they played-
first.
Yeah.
It'll just be easier that way.
While you're looking it up, we'll go to the next game.
No, don't yet because it'll only take me a second. Just keep bantering.
Okay, banter
It was a Saturday afternoon game.
Oh, yeah.
was.
Tom Sinclair, though, for Georgia Tech, has been having a pretty good season.
Virginia's 1-3. I take back what I said about them being better than I thought they were. Georgia Tech takes the win.
Are you okay?
Me?
No, I think Dean is choking to death.
Yeah, my bad. No, Virginia isn't great. And I think
I thought they were 3-1 or 4-1, and I'm
no,
sort of
they played like Penn State week 1, got rammed.
rolled. Calm down, goddamn.
Oh God. Oh, that got me. What the hell was that, Danger?
R.I.P. and peace, Danger. I don't know what happened to Danger.
Did he just leave?
No, I don't think he left.
Oh, I think he had to mute his mic because I think his younger sibling came in the room.
We're playing. That's what it sounded like to me.
That
Oh.
probably was said.
I misread. I want to apologize to Taffy when he hears this. I misread his chat box post. It says, has touchdown Jesus been dead for 3 games, but he missed the question mark, so I read it as a statement. I apologize, Taffy.
Yeah, that's what I read it as too. To be honest with you.
Errors and omissions. I'm going to go ahead and edit that so that it's easier to read.
Oh yeah, but no. So let's move on.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it's
Are we all taking Georgia Tech in that game?
Yeah.
No. Fuck Georgia
then,
Tech.
Then take your fucking pick.
I'm picking Virginia.
All right. Who's taking
For
Virginia?
bias.
I'm not looking. Dean? Because Dream already knows what can happen when Georgia Tech faces a good team.
Yeah. Sure. That was Hey, yeah, they lose big time.
42-17.
Oh, sorry for giving you a compliment. Shit. Moving on. Kansas
so we
at
have Kansas.
TCU. Danger, I'm sorry, buddy, but that asshole of yours is not going to get tighter any sooner. Kansas
Yeah.
is probably going to violate you pretty hard.
James Otero or Otero, whatever the fuck you pronounce his last name
I've been
too.
pronouncing Otero.
He's gonna run all over you, buddy. And Ingram's gonna run for 70 yards on 18 carries and a touchdown.
One
And one
touchdown.
pass that's incomplete. That's just gonna be his stat line.
Saluna says this podcast should be called TED Talks about the games while Danger looks up relevant info and Dream and Dean interrupts.
Yeah. Okay.
And Danger lags out, apparently.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry, I had an interruption. But
You didn't miss anything. We're talking about how bad you're going to get violated by...
no, I'm winning
Kansas.
this game.
Oh, shit. He's got balls.
Yeah, I have no clue, but I hope I.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If you beat Kansas, I'm saying this live on air. If you beat Kansas, you get the naming rights to the bowl that I have for donating earlier, like last month.
All right, but I can agree with that. But in all honesty, I'm probably can admit that.
So we're all in agreement, Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas.
No, I'm taking.
Carry on, my wayward son, to a victory and a huge matchup against Oklahoma next week.
Alex Ingram.
So fucking
Alex
stupid.
Ingram's gonna have 4 touchdowns though.
Oh my god. That
4
was
passing
horrible.
touchdowns.
No, 3 rushing, 1 passing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta believe in something, I guess.
No, he hasn't even thrown it since.
Hey, you know what, guys? TCU has the Mississippi State chance. I just want to say that.
They have the TCU chance, which is they'll start off well and they'll fade off and they'll lose by 25.
You know what? I
saw-
said that last week, and I got proven pretty wrong by fucking Mississippi State. So I'm not saying it again.
I think TCU loses by 14 at home this week.
Yeah, but we'll be ahead at
That's
halftime.
respectable.
We'll be ahead at halftime, and then
Oklahoma State at Kansas State. 2 state teams that I just really can't tolerate.
You know what? I don't even know anything. Just different game. I don't even know.
You can't just skip a game. Okay,
Yeah,
it doesn't
We're
matter.
not skipping a game.
Anyways, Oklahoma State is a solid team coached by the Aussie.
Booker T. Washington.
But they're going to be in the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah. Guys. Oh, the little fuckers just left.
Did they leave? Well, that's fine. We can keep going without them.
They're there.
They're back.
Oklahoma State's gonna win this game. They are better.
You know what? No. I'm sorry. We said this last week, and Iowa rolled them down the hill.
What? Oklahoma State won.
Oh, did they? Whoops.
Yes, they did.
Me and my short memory. My bad. I apologize. I was wrong. It wouldn't be a college game day if Chicago Ted wasn't wrong a few
Hey, you
times.
guys-
All right,
You guys made
guys.
fun of me
Yeah.
when I picked them, and
That should be included in the title.
Disclaimer, that's
Right.
gonna be wrong.
All right, I'm fucking wrong. I'm sorry.
Oklahoma State's a good team, and I think they're gonna take this one.
I'm still going to pick Kansas State because they're in the Little Apple, and Manhattan, Kansas holds some strange magic when the weather goes bad, and I don't expect a peaceful game in Manhattan, Kansas. It's always fucking raining in Manhattan, Kansas.
oh yeah, fuck that.
So I think Kansas State, with the help of the weather and maybe some of Neo's Black Voodoo magic, pulls off the big victory against Oklahoma
Oh
State.
wait, he's black. That's kind of racist.
Got a black magic woman.
Anyways, Baylor at West Virginia University.
Wait, what song were you singing? Hold
Black Magic Woman by Santana.
on. Okay, yeah.
Anyways,
Okay,
I
Baylor,
gotta go with Ted's friend.
Joshua Andrews, guys.
Saluna says one more game and he'll send scores out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who's he sending them to? Is he sending them to me? Because
Hasn't been discussed yet. It's in the shout box. Baylor at West Virginia, guys. Like Dean just said.
going with your friend.
Yeah, I'm going with West Virginia.
West Virginia just beat Arkansas,
They did.
and they got a lot. Well, they don't. Their coach is Dede Hatch, whatever.
Hmm.
But I'm going with Baylor. I think their offense is too high-powered for.
I'd go with Baylor, but I always halfway expect Tabor to just turn in his game plan as a picture of Robert Griffin III. So I'm going to stick with Ted's friend here in West Virginia.
You guys, I mean,
Ted's friend just
mean,
puts a
danger.
very tiny picture of Robert Griffin III as his game plan.
Also,
Danger, you're forgetting that Kansas and Baylor went fucking 3 overtimes last week. You got to think that affects Baylor. Even though it was a victory, you have to think it affects Baylor mentally, having to go all the way out to West Virginia after playing a 3 overtime game in Waco against Kansas.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
but I still am not sure how much West Virginia has, and I think Baylor's the more talented team.
They'll be burning couches in West Virginia tonight, win or lose, but I still take West Virginia for the victory.
Just in case he's sending it to you.
Last game of the afternoon, which is soon to be revealed, ladies and gentlemen. South Carolina at Kentucky. South Carolina coming off that hard realization that Touchdown Jesus does exist and did resurrect himself when it came time against a very vastly underrated Kentucky team.
Yeah, I think Kentucky, they've got a great quarterback in Javier Fields, if I'm correct, and I think they take this one at home.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I can't see South Carolina showing up emotionally after getting wrecked by Touchdown Jesus. Kentucky continues to just astound all of us by having a good team. Because, I mean, when's the last time you said Kentucky and good team in the same sentence? Except unless you're saying Kentucky plays in the SEC, where all those other good teams are.
Or, man, that Kentucky basketball team sure is good. But now we talk about football.
Right.
This is football, and their football team's pretty good, too. Austin Medina is a stud.
Yeah.
I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Mountain State, the movie Kickstarter, is only $44,000 away from its goal of $1.5 million, and it just went up another $1,000. With 4 days to go, it's almost assured that this movie will be crowdfunded. So shout out to Blue Mountain State, the movie, and Eric Falconer, Punchy, of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Guys, can we get a Blue Mountain State team on CFBHC?
I wish. I fucking wish.
How amazing.
Take out Boise State.
Just rename Boise as Blue Mountain State.
Right. I want Alex Moran as my backup quarterback.
There's an Alex Morales in the recruiting class.
I kind of wanted to put points on him.
Just to have him as your backup.
Sofo says Sin scores out to them, so we have to watch their shitty podcast.
Goddamn right.
Brownie face.
And I said mad. So anyway, that's the Saturday afternoon games.
We'll be getting the scores for them shortly.
Yeah, we will be. But let's move on to Saturday night first.
That was Saturday night.
I got a big game down there in the swamps of Jacksonville.
The biggest game of the... Oh, we're skipping the first one? Okay.
Yeah, because that's the game of the week, bro.
Okay.
We should probably skip this one, too. We should probably discuss the second to last, but...
Yeah.
We should, but it's okay.
I really think Florida was overrated when they were at 6, and I think they're closer to where they should be right now.
I still think they might be better than Georgia, though.
I don't know about...
I don't know either, but I like Franz. I think he's a great coach. I'm not sure how this game ends, but
yeah,
I'll take Florida by a touchdown.
I'm sorry, Florida was at home against Virginia Tech last week, and they shit the bed. They didn't do a thing. Nothing at all is indicating that Florida's prepared for this game. In fact, let's even see when the last time Joel was on.
Yeah, he's been on and out. He said there were problems with school or something, or not problems.
Luna says he's sending scores.
All right.
Hat Trick Joel was last on May 6th, so he did have time to put in a game plan.
I'm sure he did.
On May 6th.
Yeah, but I still think Georgia wins this.
Georgia wins it. Georgia wins the largest outdoor cocktail party. World's drunken Southerners flock to the game.
Yep. They're NASCAR for drunk Southerners.
NASCAR's an okay sport.
Yeah.
Moving on. Boise State at Hawaii. Do we really need to go over this?
Let's go over it anyway.
Hawaii does this every week, and they play like crap. They always seem to put up points against decent teams for some reason.
We're looking. I'm sorry. We're looking at Georgia State at Florida State, the remix, the sequel.
Hey, Danger, post the scores in the chat here when you get them.
Is he sending them to Danger? He's sending them to Danger.
Yeah. And we'll all rotate telling out the scores. Let's do it that way.
Okay, that's fair. So we got Boise State at Hawaii. This would not be my upset of the week.
I know shit.
I don't know, because I think Hawaii's got that unpredictability to them where they might pull off a random upset, but I doubt it happens.
The Wildcat is very low reward, high risk for bad teams.
Yeah.
This isn't the Wildcat of real life. This is the Wildcat of a stats-based game.
I'll run the Wildcat.
That's why you're
Exactly.
terrible. I mean,
My offense is so much better this year than it was last year, though.
your record doesn't reflect it, baby.
No, it does because my record was 2-10 last year.
What is it now?
1-4.
Uh-huh.
That does not
Okay.
reflect anything.
Okay,
That
sweetheart.
reflects the same.
Keep believing that. So, does anyone actually have the balls to take Hawaii? I'll give Hawaii the Mississippi State chance.
No, they don't even have
Brian Brown, unless Hawaii
will
gets
take
a
Hawaii.
first class ticket to the pipe and Brian Brown gets his neck broken. Who's taking Hawaii? I heard somebody
I'll do
say.
it.
Holy shit. Here, I have the games. We'll read.
Okay, let's go
I'll
Here we
start.
go.
for the Saturday afternoon games.
Or is this the first quarter?
Holy shit!
I don't know if no, this is first quarter.
Holy shit! Holy
Army-
shit! All right,
It's up 7-3 on Penn State.
all right. Then Virginia Tech up 7-0 against Pittsburgh.
Ted, you can take the next one.
Miami is down 7-0 against North Carolina. Touchdown
Okay,
Jesus
NC
started
State's
early.
up 7 on Maryland, 7-0.
Texas Tech up on Duke 7-0.
Georgia Tech and Virginia square at 7.
TCU getting railed. No, wait, TCU's railing Kansas. Good fucking God. 21-0.
Yes.
Stormstopper, what are you doing?
Okay, Oklahoma State up 7-0 on Kansas State.
And
Baylor, West
Baylor's
Virginia.
got
Baylor's up 7-0 on West Virginia, and South Carolina and Kentucky are knotted at 0. Let's go, guys.
This is exciting.
TCU,
Good God,
29.
TCU.
Kansas
Good
nothing.
God.
Oh,
What'd
I
you
think I might.
do, Danger?
Did you stop running the Wildcat and put in an effective
No, I'm still
up?
running the Wildcat. Oh my
Did you
God.
steal my get death
Dude,
chart?
listen to him. He's going to fucking pass out, and it's only the first quarter.
No, I'm gonna blow this somehow. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
we know.
getting excited, and
But
it's
while we're waiting for the next
Gonna be
scores, let's move
waiting for
on.
TCU to collapse.
Watching TCU so
I hope it's 42-0, and then we see the fourth quarter score and it says 49-42. That's what I hope.
In like
happens.
quadruple overtime.
and
Um,
oh, I thought those were finals at first. When I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, I won.
Army up on Penn State.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Penn State, I guess, a little morally defeated after their loss
you
last
know what?
week.
I'm not gonna put too much hype into Army 7, Penn State 3. It's the first
Yeah, I'm going
quarter.
to either.
Penn State. I'm sure Penn State will rattle off 14 or 21 in the second.
Probably just
Yeah.
a slow start. Army gets a touchdown on a drive, and they'll probably stop them throughout the rest of the game. I think Penn State pulls this one
Most
out.
of these games are really close early.
Let's move on while we wait for the next quarter scores.
Yeah.
Southern Cal goes to Arizona. Poor
You gotta
Neo,
like
after
Trojans.
collapsing against Utah.
I
Neo's going to go in there and just dream crusher.
think this is going to be closer than some people think.
Yeah,
Now,
I
Southern,
do, but Neo doesn't think it's going to be close. So,
Southern Cal is going to win.
I'll
You're
be
Yeah.
right back.
But Arizona's going to keep this tighter than would be comfortable for you.
I agree with that sentiment.
Because Arizona's got some talent. They're going to be really good in a couple years. But,
Oh, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, Neo's the best recruiter on here, really. At least.
Well, right now the
Yeah.
best class is probably up in Boston or Nebraska. But
That's based off of the fact that no one else was in that division,
Yeah.
or like that little area.
But-
So,
yeah, right now I like Southern Cal to win decisively by 7 or 10. But
yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'm back.
And then Texas at Iowa State.
Did I miss
Um,
one? Oh yeah, I got Southern Cal in that game. Go
I
ahead, Texas at Iowa State.
obviously like Texas, but I think Iowa State. I'm gonna give them the Mississippi State shot. And with me, that means I pick them. But I like Iowa State to keep it close.
I know Iowa State has a coach, but how long has it been since he's been on?
I think he was
Red is on pretty good.
Is that Red?
Red.
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer
Oh, yeah,
Red?
yeah.
Okay. I always forget some of these smaller teams that I don't interact with very often.
But
Texas. I'll take Texas by 14.
yeah, Texas likes to let down against bad teams, not lose,
Yeah.
but play them really tight.
And it's at Iowa
It's
State.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen though. Texas, if they'd gone back to Sterling Brown,
Sterling Brown.
gone back to him,
Like
Like they should have from the
Minnesota last week, correct?
a little bit.
and they beat Minnesota. I think if they keep feeding
like
Sterling
Texas.
Brown, Iowa State is in trouble. It could be.
I think Dava finally listened
Nasty.
to my advice and finally started to go back to Sterling Brown like I told him to. Then we go to the Michigan at Rutgers game. Rutgers ranked higher than Michigan. So Rutgers technically
Are they really?
at home.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna pick the Scarlet Knights. I everything says I should, but I want to be able to sing "Hail to the Victors." So
Yeah.
Michigan wins.
Yeah.
I got Rutgers. I'll take
Well, I
Rutgers.
have Rutgers ranked, and I don't have Michigan ranked, so that should tell you something. But
Yeah.
I like Tommy Jones if he plays up to his potential.
Yeah.
He could win this game. I mean, Michigan has all the pieces in place.
They're just not good.
Now
They're just
they've
not
had
going together. You
a
know?
lot. They haven't had much at the quarterback position since LeCount's injury. But if Tommy Jones plays up to what he can, Michigan could easily win this game. It's going to be close either way.
Yeah.
Michigan is a more talented team than Rutgers, but playing in New York also makes it rougher on Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I think home field advantage is something a lot of people don't appreciate as much on this site.
Yeah. But
I take it into effect pretty well, but the problem is,
usually in games which the two teams are very similar, it goes to home field advantage. And right now, with the LeCount injury, Rutgers and Michigan are very similar.
Okay,
That's why
we
I'm
have
picking
the second
Rutgers.
quarter scores.
we have second quarter scores.
Here we go.
And I will post them. And I'll start. Army is now tied at 10 with Penn State at halftime.
And Virginia Tech Pitt is also tied at 7.
Looks like Miami and North Carolina. Miami took the lead at halftime, 14-7.
Maryland's up 9-7 on NC State.
What a weird score.
Duke's up 14-0 on Texas Tech, just like we called. And who's got this next one?
Virginia up 17-7 over Georgia Tech. Suck it, Trey.
Shit. TCU, what the fuck? 28-14 over Kansas. Stormstopper, you need to get in there and say something to your boys at halftime.
I think Oklahoma State scored at 7-0.
Yep, and then Baylor
Baylor's
up 14-10
Yep, go ahead.
over West Virginia.
And South Carolina's just playing the most enthralling game of the year.
And the SEC game of the week, or the most SEC game of the week, 0-0 South Carolina, Kentucky. Look at that offense. Gotta love the SEC's defenses.
And I'll post.
SEC, where field goals are born.
Oh. And
I'm putting a page break in the fucking chat so we now have the third quarter scores
Thank
separated.
you, because that got confusing.
Okay.
So Army fit in it.
Stormstoppers in
Yeah,
the
Stormstopper. Yeah, you're losing to TCU by 14 at halftime.
It's halftime though, and I feel like, let's just see what happens.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of these games.
We were on Michigan. Oh, you want to talk about? You want to finish the
Let's just
picks?
talk about the halftime scores real quick.
Okay. I think obviously the one that is the most confusing.
Penn State Army.
No.
Actually, that is.
It's confusing. It's confusing, but Penn State still has a chance to break away.
Yeah.
TCU, this is a Kansas team that, I guess we neglected to mention that emotionally, they were in that 3 overtime game too, and they had to go down to Waco.
Yeah.
And then they had to go back and go all the way back down to
Fort
Houston?
Worth.
Fort Worth.
I don't think computers have emotions, though, so...
Yeah, but you don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I got my team excited and ready for this game.
Yeah.
If you don't put some realism in this game, you need to get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I talked to Alex Ingram beforehand, and he looked ready.
See?
Yeah.
But-
Okay, so what were you trying to say?
Isn't this the Army team that played... Or was it Navy that played Texas?
Navy
Army-
was
Navy played Texas, Army beat Purdue.
Okay, so maybe Big Ten teams just can't play Army.
Yeah, that could be true. Maybe we have a sentimental side to us where we see
Maybe
soldiers.
Saluna. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Saluna just wants to support the troops.
Support the troops.
Make them look good at halftime. I'm telling you that he still has 2 quarters to break it away.
I mean, he won the second quarter, but it's still tied. So maybe I think they pull it through. I think it's 24-10 at the end of the third quarter.
I also want to commend Pittsburgh Jumbo. Good job at keeping Virginia Tech tied at halftime with only 7 points.
Yeah.
This is a Virginia Tech team that just train rolled over fucking Florida down in the swamp last week. It wasn't even close.
Now, do we expect Touchdown Jesus to come out in full third quarter?
He's not dead yet. He's not
I
nailed
think
to the
third
board
quarter
yet.
dictates what
So
happens with him, though. Because if we see the score and it says 28-14, I think it's over.
Did Maryland kick 3 field goals in the fucking second quarter?
That or they got a safety.
Yeah.
in there.
I'm almost more willing to believe they kicked 3 field goals.
I don't know. Brian Hernandez, man bear pig, could have pulled off a safety. That wouldn't be surprising.
Texas Tech, congratulations, you're getting a free victory over Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virginia, look at you. Good for you, Nipple.
Pete Clem.
Nipple
Whatever
King.
your name is. Yeah, there you go. Good for you for being up 10 on Georgia Tech. Let's see if you can hold it. Kansas State, it's time to wake up in the Little Apple. Crowd needs to get into that game. They're only down 7-0, and I guarantee that low score has something to do with the weather in Manhattan right now.
Oh yeah, and West Virginia kind of making a comeback against Baylor. Got it
Did they
done.
win? West Virginia won the second. West Virginia won the second quarter, didn't they? We got to go back up.
It was 7-0 at the end of the first, and now it's halftime 14-10.
So
Oh yeah, they won the second quarter.
It's South Carolina and Kentucky in the most exciting game of the year.
How much? We're gonna end up 3-2 like that Mississippi game.
Game of the year. Maybe he actually.
Who do you think kicks the game-winning field goal from 42 yards? Kentucky or South Carolina?
Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Kentucky has more talent.
But at kicker.
Their
Man.
coach is just gonna run out there and fucking kick it himself. Well, we talked about the scores. Let's get back to the Saturday night pick'em. Auburn at LSU. Don't talk about playoffs around this guy.
Yeah,
He's probably not going to make it, but still, Auburn. Who took Auburn's team? Does Auburn have a coach yet?
I think they have a coach. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Carl Sanders.
Colonel Sanders. That's a name that I haven't seen around very much.
Yeah, I haven't seen
they recently joined, and they haven't been on the shout box too much.
Until the new coach can prove something to me, I'm gonna go with playoffs, picking up the victory down in the bio.
Auburn is very talented.
Yes, they're very talented, but you don't
LSU
win.
is really talented.
You do not win a night game in Death Valley. You just don't. You fucking don't.
Now,
Neo will be in the stands, and he will use that black voodoo magic down on the bio to make sure LSU wins that game. He's not coaching his. He already knows Arizona's going to lose, so he's not going to even attend his game against USC because he wants to make sure LSU wins their game down in Death Valley.
Yeah.
On to you, Neo.
Okay, and well, not finally, but right before we get to the last pick, Utah at Arizona State. I got an upset here. I got Utah.
No.
User not so clever is actually ironically really clever with his game plan.
Yeah.
It's hard to shake that Arizona State team though.
Yeah.
I got Utah here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, user not so clever. The only reason I have you losing this game is home field advantage to Arizona State.
What do you mean no? You just keep saying no. You don't have any reason.
Into the third quarter. Third quarter just ended.
Third quarter, you said?
Third quarter just ended. And Penn State is up 24-13 on Army.
I tell it to Penn State breaking away.
Pittsburgh
is up
14 Virginia Tech.
North Carolina, touchdown Jesus, rises once more. He's up 16-14 at the end of the third quarter.
Maryland, 9-7, NC State. And
Texas Tech, yeah.
14-0.
Same score, 14-0. Georgia Tech takes the lead, comeback, 21-17. And then,
TCU, come on, TCU. Kansas makes a run. TCU still up 3 at the end of the third quarter. Are we going to see another TCU meltdown?
31-28. I told you guys.
Kansas State has, they
give some love for Little Manhattan. Kansas State up 17.
Who really pulled ahead? Baylor pulled ahead 28-10, and then Kentucky putting points on the board, 14-0.
So let's finish out the picks so we can get to the third quarter before Saluna posts the fourth quarter himself. Unless he actually gives it to us.
I
think we only have one game to cover, though.
Like always.
We have Ohio State at Alabama. Who the fuck you got in the game of the week?
O-H.
You have to give your picks. You douchebag.
I'm taking Bama.
O-H.
Hey, douchebag! Quit picking your own team. You gotta give your piece of the game.
Keys of the game this week: Kotar and Barry. If they show up and they can run the ball against Bama, both of them are good. We'll mix it up there, and if Kotar starts scrambling, if Kotar gets a scrambling touchdown, we win the game.
Bold words from a bold man with no balls.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Alabama wins.
No, I don't think Bama's coach.
I like
Randy is a very good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach. I'd
Is
say.
he, I haven't seen.
He hasn't been tested yet, so this is a very questionable game.
Some would say he was tested against Oregon State. Oregon State went in there undefeated, and they left with their ass on a silver platter, cut off, and chopped very finely into a steak.
Yeah, but Ohio State's a better team than Oregon State.
That's what they'd like you to believe, but
Yeah.
Why does Storm keep posting those P's?
because he needs to refresh his
Yeah.
refresh your page, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what causes it, but it's stupid.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I think Alabama will just be too much. They have ridiculously high team rating and a good coach.
I want to point out a stat that I realized.
Doesn't have a ridiculously high team rating.
I want to point out a useless stat because this is just like ESPN's College Game Day. I want to point out a useless stat about MetLife Stadium. Games in MetLife Stadium, the Crimson and Red team, or the Red and White team, sorry everybody, is 1-0 in MetLife Stadium, and that's why I'm taking Alabama.
We're both red and white. We will see
You're
what happens.
fucking Scarlet and Red. Cut it out.
That's just two kinds
Or
of
Scarlet and
red.
Gray. I keep fucking up. Scarlet and Gray. You're Scarlet and
We wear
Gray.
white too.
Just because you
Our
wear
white are-
right away uniforms doesn't mean that your official team colors have white in them. They don't.
It's scarlet gray and technically white, I think.
It's
also-
Scarlet, Gray, and Red. There is no white. Your team's going to lose. Fucking deal with it.
Okay.
And then we'll finally get a new banner, or we'll put _please.
Okay, let's talk about these.
You can't say
third
fun
quarter.
for the new banner. This was
It's
the
been
new
it's
banner.
been 7 days.
Yeah, terrible. Okay, what game's looking interesting in the third quarter?
Um,
Well, I
My-
think Kansas used the most interesting game we've had here because I mean it's just so random. I've got no clue what's going to happen. I think Kansas pulls it out. No offense, danger.
I'm gonna take Miami, North Carolina as my interesting game of the night of the finish.
Yeah. Kansas
Also,
State.
Georgia Tech, Virginia, another interesting game. Pitt.
There's a lot of close ones. Kansas State over Oklahoma State. Wow, I did not see that.
How could you all doubt me? Come on.
Booker T. Washington give, Booker T. Washington take away. But
I guarantee when those scores get posted, if Kansas State won, it's because it was raining in Manhattan.
we can check the weather. too.
Is that gonna be the next TV show from the people of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? It's always rainy in Manhattan.
Nobody wants to see anything about Manhattan,
Never
Kansas.
fixed it. Thank you, Storm.
Yeah, because he refreshed his page. You got to refresh your page and then fix it.
And wait. What about Pitt over Virginia Tech?
Yeah, that's an interesting-
They're holding a slim lead. I am proud of the Pitt Panthers and Jumbo, but I don't think it's as interesting as because you expect Miami to steamroll North Carolina. They're a one-dimensional offense. They're about as one-dimensional as the Bengals.
Oh yeah, that. Should I lock Dean out of the room?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting Miami to win by more, but
And if they pull it out, then that's still a good victory, but you can never touch it. I mean, if Touchdown Jesus is buried, he will rise again.
yeah. But I
Just refreshing for the games now.
That's what I'm doing.
He'll only rise again for a day before he dies again.
every third
Right.
game plays really well. You know, making the game less boring.
What?
Kentucky scored 2 touchdowns. They're going to win this.
Yeah, that's game there.
I think Baylor is almost game.
No, I would say that's game. I'm friends with the West Virginia coach, and that's game.
Texas Tech is definitely
I
game.
can't think of any sort of case where Baylor gives up
sorry,
21 points in the fourth quarter to lose that
Oh,
game.
I could definitely see that happening, but not to West Virginia. Like, they're...
Fuck you. What'd you do that for? Ted told me to.
Yeah, I
Fuck you,
did.
Ted.
Deal with it. I mean, the show was a lot more on topic when you were gone, so...
Yeah,
I'm not the person that makes it off topic. You're the one that locked me out of the room. Now we change the subject. But back to the game.
yeah, I think the biggest upset of the week would either be, or biggest upset that's happening right now would either be North Carolina over Miami, Pitt
Yeah.
beating Virginia Tech,
Pitt beating Virginia Tech.
or me
I
beating
think TCU
Kansas
beats
isn't
Kansas
ranked anymore.
surprising.
What
But-
is?
It would be very surprising. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it will either.
If TCU can finish off Kansas, then that will definitely be upset of the week. There won't be any other
Yeah.
games that come close to matching that caliber of upset.
And I
Unless
kind of hope they do it.
Even if I
Yeah, I
don't know exactly how I told you, like I was gonna be up late and choke.
That's just got to be really depressing.
Honestly, my team is so bad, except for a few players that I'm surprised that I'm keeping close.
Yeah.
to
Well, I mean, I want to let you know that in the Alamo Bowl, Dean was up on me by like 28 points, and then I made a rally to come within 3, and he still ended up winning. So don't count yourself out.
Yeah. Jumbo, he's probably not listening, but yeah, you're up 14-7 on Virginia Tech.
Is he? Where is he?
He was in the shout box, and I think he just saw my post.
Come
Maryland,
on, guys, you're up going into the 4th. Please win. So
Maryland
you must be listening.
They're having a boring game as well.
That's
Yeah.
AC. That's Maryland ACC football for you. They're either they win by low, or they get their ass beat high.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still no funnel post here.
And I'm praying that Virginia pulls this one out. That's Georgia Tech.
I wouldn't hold my breath, buddy. It's Virginia.
Yeah.
I want to live there, but I don't want to
But
live.
again, it's also Georgia Tech. So win some, lose some.
I mean,
Oh yeah, post the link to the podcast in there for Jumbo.
Is he on his phone, though?
I don't know. You might be able to still watch it with an app or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've covered all the games. It looks like we're just waiting for the final scores to discuss those. What do you guys want to talk about in the meantime?
Oh,
Who's
they're up,
laughing?
they're up.
What is that?
The coach of West Virginia is having a stroke behind me. Over the picture.
Because he's losing so badly to Baylor? Is that why he's laughing?
I have no idea, honestly.
I hope he's watching some like really
Virginia
shitty
Tech.
No, he just has this like meme up on his phone. I don't understand.
Pitt beat Virginia Tech.
Oh, he's laughing at a meme?
The
That's even
games
worse.
up? Are the
North
games
Carolina
up?
beat Miami. I lost to
The
Kansas.
games are up.
Oh. God damn it. Spoilers.
Sorry, but
It looks like, yep, Kansas took it at the end. TCU collapsed. Let's start off at the top, guys. Army, Penn State. Penn State ekes it out. Good God almighty. Penn
What-
State respecting the military, but taking that 4-point win.
Support troops, guys. Support the troops.
Yeah, Penn State went with the rushing, it looks like. Army had 2 different passing touchdowns. I mean, that's just a pretty balanced game there.
Shit.
Pitt.
Penn State pulls out the victory. Let's just keep looking. Pitt, congratulations.
Jumbo.
Congratulations.
Did not
to
see that
Jumbo.
coming, and that's going to probably be upset of the
Jumbo
week.
whip.
Yep.
I hate myself.
So, Pitt, congratulations.
Well,
23
they shut down
28,
Felicia. They shut
338
him down.
yards. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And there was no rushing in that game. It was an aerial attack. Michael Williams with 12 tackles, saving that game for Pitt.
What the
Congratulations, Pitt Panthers. Miami at North Carolina. The Disney Princess goes down. A.J. Jefferson, touchdown Jesus. He has risen again with a
fuck? Wait, hold on.
402 yards.
Wait,
Oh, wait, what? I'm so confused by this stat line right now.
you're looking. Wait,
What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
they had a 2-point field goal, essentially.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, it should be 14-19.
Yeah.
NC
But
State.
still, that's a victory for touchdown Jesus, rising to the occasion. Yards, good God,
Yeah.
402.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, and
you're
the
right out. Maryland kicking 3 field goals.
I fucking told you.
Nathan
And they
Bass-
still couldn't pull it off.
Nope. You-
Donald Caldwell telling them nope and shutting the door in College Park.
Brian Hernandez with the great performance, 12 tackles in the
I
second.
called it. Okay, I jumped ahead to the. You know what? We'll go back to that. Never mind. NC State beating Maryland in the game nobody cares about. Texas Tech, congratulations on your 21-point bye victory. A very unimpressive game, honestly. Texas Tech
Yeah.
got, I mean, it looks like they barely broke 200 yards, but they did it efficiently with 3 touchdowns. Congratulations, Texas Tech, who cares? Georgia Tech, pulling it out over Virginia. Tom Sinclair with the touchdown pass to Kirk Pearson. That's all she wrote.
Tom Sinclair has 2 interceptions.
Tom Sinclair has 2 touchdown passes, so I don't think...
2 interceptions.
Almost by Chet.
He just ruined my last interception pool.
Well, good game. Tom Sinclair can't bitch anymore because... Trey Chafin can't bitch anymore because Tom Sinclair threw touchdowns. Looks like Virginia went with the rushing, but it just wasn't enough against Tom Sinclair.
Poor danger.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Kansas nearly choking away this game, and then
How accurate was
TCU
my
choking away
prediction
this
for
game.
Alex Ingram, by the way? Did
For
I
what?
not say like 78 yards and a touchdown
For what?
Alex Ingram.
for Ingram?
Alex Ingram, 78 yards and 1 touchdown. Kansas, you cannot stop that rushing game, apparently.
Yeah,
Some of the Zimmer either. Richard
Danger,
Zimmerman.
what do you have to say? I mean,
Yards, 1 touchdown.
I couldn't play the run because my pass defense sucks so much that if he threw 19 passes, he can go for 400 yards. So I had to play him balanced, and I just did not win.
okay.
I was so close too. Oh man, I had 21-0, and Johnny Green though 2 touchdown passes. I'm glad he's finally throwing it again because there's a while where he just ran it all the time.
Did the pipe show up in any of the games yet? I wasn't checking.
I haven't checked for injuries. Let's see if there are any big injuries.
I don't
Yeah,
see any.
Kansas State.
What?
Kansas State, Bloom.
How's the weather?
Oh,
The weather was rainy. I fucking told you.
57 degrees.
57 and rainy in Manhattan, Kansas, because that's all it ever does in Manhattan. And Kansas State picks up the victory because it was raining.
Ted's friend gets a loss because Ted's friend apparently can't coach very well and can only laugh at memes.
Oh,
There are
Jesus,
no
that's
injuries this week.
terrible.
The pipe didn't show up yet.
Nah, it'll show up in the night game.
God damn, man.
And then South Carolina put up some points in the 4th quarter to make it sort of interesting, but still
Not
Kentucky
really.
had a 7.
So good gambit of games. Pittsburgh so far. Well, I guess we have to say North Carolina due to rankings with the upset, or do we say Pittsburgh with the upset of the night because they're 1-3?
Pittsburgh's not the upset of the night.
Okay, Pittsburgh with the upset of the night so far. Congratulations,
And then Army
Jumbo.
was a surprisingly close game of the night.
Army might be better than people think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that we need to go back to last week and revise that Mississippi State was a bigger upset over Florida State than Army over Purdue was because Purdue's a dumpster fire and Army just took State to the wire. And Mississippi State just went nearly imploded on fucking San Diego State, and Florida State turned around and imploded Georgia State with like 1 punch.
And now we wait for the night games.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I wait to shit my pants.
if
Yeah.
Saluna has
Saluna, don't message me because I have to leave for a little while.
I don't know. I mean, we may end it here if he hasn't fixed. If
Yeah,
he
I don't
hasn't done them yet.
You can't take it all the way to night games because I think I'm done.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, because I have to do something.
Pat Narduzzi showing up. Praise be to Touchdown Jesus. Thank you for bestowing me with a win on this fine day. Narduzzi, pastor of the Touchdown Jesus North Carolina chapter.
Okay, I'll see y'all later.
All right, see ya. Jumbo, thank you, Rufus Freeman. 2nd win as a coach, and damn does it feel good. I bet it does, Jumbo. Congratulations. I mean, that's pretty much all she wrote. Taking a look at the online list, it looks like Saloon is viewing the community index, so it's going to be a while before we get the night games.
Oh, yeah.
Inspiral. No, I am not. I didn't lose to Army. Thank you very much.
What the fuck is going on with my phone right now?
So, I guess this good time as any to just end it. Danger left already.
Yeah, dude's pooping?
Okay, so let's just end it without him.
Okay. Hold on, let me finish.
No.
This guy's poop.
What?
He's having a stroke. I told you. We need to end this so I can get him to the hospital.
Okay.
All right. So let's outro. How do we?
Let's what?
Outro. Let's fucking end this.
Outro?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's all for here in Stadium.
We now return you to the night games currently being broadcasted because we took this too long. We are at Alabama, or Ohio State at Alabama in MetLife Stadium. Thank you and good night from I Live in a Dreamatorium, Chicago Ted 1, Dean Craig Pelton, Danger Zone, and the rest of the cast and crew that do our lighting and makeup.
Oh yeah, my makeup person. Jesus Christ.
And we want to give a special shout out to April.
Oh yes, April.
Yeah, we want to give a special shout out to April. Please ask Dean out because he's not going to do it himself. Thank you and good night, CFBHC.
Dean Flowers.
Agreed.
Okay, so we can stop the
Wait a
podcast
minute.
now.
No, wait a minute. We forgot about the schedules. We can totally do the schedules. How embarrassing of me. Thank you, Caterich. How embarrassing of me. Let me go ahead and bring up those schedules.
Wait, we're gonna stop the broadcast?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, Danger left, and I didn't know how close Saluna was, but Saluna says he's 25% of the way through the night game, so it won't be for a long time. I'm sure we can stretch it out. If anyone else wants their schedule. Alright, I put it in the shout box that if anyone else wants their schedule reviewed, say so now. I'm going to start at the top with Colorado. Let's open it up here. Rome's fighting Buffaloes. I think they dropped. Did they drop? They look frozen. We'll wait for them to come back while I get the schedule up. Rome's fighting Buffaloes. Oh, you guys are back. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I want another person.
Rome is 2-4, correct? With a victory.
Yes.
Missouri at a neutral site and at Louisville. He has left at UCLA, at Arizona. You know, I'm going to go ahead and link to this so you guys can open it up too, and I won't have to.
You should probably just post it in the chat so we don't have to open stuff. Because I won't.
Oh, well, fuck. Fine, I'll do that. Lazy bastards. This is what's remaining on Oregon's schedule, which I will read out to the rest of the viewers. They have at UCLA, at Arizona, at Oregon State, a very tough 3-game stretch. Notre Dame at home, USC at home, a bye week to rest their ass, and at Utah.
They win 2 of those games.
What games do you have them winning?
At UCLA, at Utah.
I know UCLA has shit the bed, but when does their quarterback come back? Because he didn't get counted. He's not out for the whole season.
That's a good point. And also, I'm not sure if he wins any of those games, for being honest with yourself.
I'm sorry, Rome. I don't think you're going to win those games.
The only 2 games I'd say I'm certain he doesn't win is Notre Dame and USC. The other 4 toss-ups.
He's got a Mississippi State in the other 4, but unless Neo pulls something, I mean, those are 3 road games, so he's not going to have the home field advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to put the page break down, or it's not going to make any sense.
And all those teams.
Those teams are good teams. Oregon State's one. Well, they have 2 losses now, don't they?
And all those teams are.
And they lagged out again. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Dream and Dean have terrible internet. They'll be back with us shortly. Okay, Wisconsin and Pittsburgh. We have you, Wisconsin. We're doing Pittsburgh under Purdue. Well,
Welcome, us. All right, who are we discussing next? Fuck, did we get disconnected again? Already?
It's because I'm talking to my girlfriend.
Yes. Tell her to shut it. I'm gonna read. Fuck, you changed password. Did you change password to Aria or something?
Nope.
Ronan.
Try.
Ronan, bloody shit. What did I change my password to? Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so what's going on now? Are we done discussing Colorado not making a bowl? Because they're not going to make a bowl. Okay, Kafka asked for Georgia, so now we have Colorado, Oregon, Wisconsin, Purdue, Pittsburgh, and now Georgia. Colorado, I'm sorry, you guys aren't going to make a bowl. I'm with Dream. I don't know that you win anymore. Oh wow, they dropped. Alrighty then. So we'll just go ahead and wait for them. I'll just keep talking about. I don't see Rome winning any more games this season, to be honest. Unless we give them the Missouri State chance. And I only give them the Missouri State chance at UCLA and at Arizona. Oregon State's probably going to beat them. Notre Dame's going to decimate them. USC's going to have their way with them. You might want to give them to them at Utah. If they're going to have to win. They only have 2 home games left, and those are the 2 games they're most likely to lose. So they're going to have to win 4 straight away games just to make a bowl. It ain't going to happen.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Colorado, you guys dropped out, so I just kept talking about Colorado.
Okay, good.
But now that
I was like, what the fuck now?
now that you guys are back, we will move on to
It's going to mess up again as soon as I talk to my girlfriend.
Oregon.
No.
Oregon, guys.
Oregon?
They are currently 2-4. Am I correct?
That sounds.
With Danger gone, these are a lot harder to.
Yeah, we can't really research else the internet fucks up. So
I can look up there. Oregon played like in the Thursday night games.
all right, 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 4 win, 5 wins.
I think there might be like 2 and 3 or something.
Caterit says I said Missouri State. I meant Mississippi State. My bad. Whenever I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon is 2-3 after the Colorado victory.
Okay, so they win the Washington game. That makes
For sure.
Then they lose to Boise State 3-4, beat Cal 4-4,
Yep.
beat Utah 5-4, beat Stanford 6-4, beat Washington State 7-4, and
Lose to Oregon State
7-5.
So they could finish 7-5 after starting off one of the best 0-3 teams in the nation.
Yeah, I think that's fair for them.
Utah may be a struggle. They could end 6-6, but I definitely see them going to a bowl. And whoever they play in the bowl will be very scared. They better be scared. Oregon's a good
I think they're going to wind up in the 5-7, 7-5 range.
Yeah. Stanford could wind up making a bowl because they've been playing well lately, so we could see them.
You can hand them a victory for Washington. You can hand them a victory at Cal unless Alk just turns the season around somehow. I don't know about Stanford, dude. I don't see Blake still being around at that point in the season. You can give them the victory at Washington State also. So that's 3 victories. They're at, 2-3 right now?
Yeah.
Said? All they'd have to do is squeak one out against Utah or Oregon State. Or even, I see them going to a bowl game. They could go 7-5 at the best without the bowl game win-loss. Or 5-7 if some of the breaks don't go their way and miss a bowl game, but I don't see that one happening. All right, so Oregon, you need to put a breakdown because I'm gonna discuss the next schedule.
Okay.
Cade, you're right. You could beat Oregon State, but we'll have to see because Oregon State. We'll have to see. I won't give you the victory, but I'll give you a puncher's chance.
I'll give you 5-7 range. I think that's what Oregon's. It's going to be.
I think Oregon gets a bowl for sure.
I'm saying with 99% confidence.
Yes, you're 99% confidence in a bowl. Between 8 and 4.
Did Wisconsin play in the Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning games?
You're on the committee.
I'm not on the committee. I'm on the
morning.
Okay. Saluna says, "Holy fuck, Brian Brown." I mean, unless he goes down with an injury, we know that means he's going ham and cheese.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing Hawaii this week, so.
Wisconsin is 5-0. Let's take a look at their schedule. Copy. And into we go. Northwestern, you can chalk up a hard-fought victory. At Purdue, you can just write the W in there right now.
Yeah. Rutgers victory, Illinois victory.
Yep.
10-2, 12
This is where it gets hard. This is where it gets hard. Iowa, I like them at home. I'll give them 10-0.
Yeah.
Nebraska now. I like
At Nebraska's dangerous.
But Nebraska's dangerous, especially at home. I think they lose one of their last 2 games, so I'll put them at 11-1.
Bingo has been so impressive, and Rabid's been
Damn, I didn't realize Wisconsin could go undefeated, and they can. They have a better shot than I do, I think, of going undefeated.
because the Big Ten has been so deflated.
No, the Big's like so stacked the way it is, really. Because I mean, you have like 7 or 8 teams.
Weren't we just talking about the Big being deflated earlier with like the shittiness of Illinois and Indiana and Army taking on
The thing is, that's unless they're they're still because there's 14 or 16 teams, I think.
16
So,
teams in the
there's-
conference?
It's not 16.
I think it's 14, and then
It's 14.
if you count Notre Dame, because most of us play Notre Dame too. But
You play Notre
You
Dame,
can't
but
count Notre-
he can't win the title. You can't count him.
yeah, I know. I'm not counting Notre Dame really. but
I'm
just
gonna
saying
give
most of us play-
Wisconsin. I'm gonna give Wisconsin the 10-2, and say they lose at Nebraska and at Minnesota. But I don't know
I think
who's
they
in
win
what
one of those
division in the
games.
Big Ten.
Yeah. I'm saying Wisconsin is either going to be 10-2, 11-1, or 12-0.
And then the winner of the big.
What a tiny limb you're calling out on there, Dream.
So
I don't know
I'll
if it can support your weight.
I'll say Wisconsin, Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game decides the team that goes to the playoffs.
I
It's gonna
think
be one of the playoffs.
Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin can go to an Access Bowl, but I don't know if they win
They could
the
be a
Big
playoff team.
Ten. I don't
They'd
know
be a
that they
playoff.
win the Big Ten and go to the playoffs, but
Yeah, I don't know about that
they'll
either.
definitely go to an Access Bowl. I mean, an Access Bowl is pretty good for Taffy, considering he picked up this team from the gutter last year. He's another person we can't rule out as Coach of the Year. We talk about fucking Slinky, but I don't even know. Did Taffy make a bowl last year since he picked that team out of the gutter and had to go like the second half of the season with them? And they've dropped again. God, we need to get some better internet for those kids. Yep, okay. Yes, Luna. Do you want me to do the night games in 2 batches? Since I'm so late today, I can do the first 4 in a sec. That's cool. That's fine by
that's
me.
cool. Absolutely cool. Just
We'll keep
I can
discussing
probably
schedules
do one.
before now. We can't forget, again, we can't forget Taffy needs to be nominated for Coach of the Year because I don't remember
Yeah.
them making...
it's gonna be out of the big for Coach of the Year.
Probably like because Rabid too.
yeah, Rabid. But they were 8-4 last
No,
year.
Rabbit doesn't deserve it because he went to the... Nothing against that team, but they went to the Big Ten Championship last year.
I forgot about that. I thought they were another shitty team.
No.
That's-
They played pretty well for being Nebraska.
Shit, I should probably have them higher in my poll then, because I've been saying all this shit about,
Purdue. Why are we doing this to Purdue? I think they have a win against Air Force, maybe?
I have no idea. I don't see their schedule.
Oh, do we have to do page break again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do a page break.
Just type break. Why'd you
Type
type
crush. Alright.
Did it
Where's the
post?
page break? It didn't come up.
What?
God damn it. Let me.
Oh, technical difficulties. Yeah. Okay, so they'll be back soon, and I'll discuss that with them, Taffy. Until then, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We hope to have them back soon.
You want it?
What the fuck?
Back, we're back. We're back.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway,
You just posted this time.
Taffy says that they went 3-7 last year, so we definitely need to remember him for Coach of the Year, because he could go from 3-7 to 10-2, while Slinky may very well end up going 6-6.
Yeah. Agreed. I
Right.
guess
So
Donald's still Canada
put
if
a
he
break
loses
in because it
anytime.
never. Well, actually, never mind. Your disconnection counts as a break. This is Purdue's
Yeah.
schedule. Right now, they have to win 5 games, and I don't see it happening.
I think they lose their. Yeah.
They might win 2 of those.
I think they win the last
If
3.
2 count. No. If you're thinking Purdue can beat Northwestern, you're smoking crack.
Sorry.
I mean,
I
let's put
forgot
it this
about
way:
Northwestern.
Stanford beat some teams without a game plan.
Northwestern's going to beat
It's
Purdue.
at Northwestern. Northwestern is probably the most talented team still uncoached.
So yeah, I say Purdue wins.
They'll lose to the bye week. They'll lose to
Potentially.
Wisconsin. They'll lose at Iowa. They'll lose against Nebraska. They can
They'll lose
win at Illinois, but it's going to be close. They're going to lose at Northwestern, and they can win at Indiana. But that's just the game of the raging dumpster fire right there. That's the dumpster fire bowl. The battle for Indiana as Indiana burns to the ground.
Keep trying with recruiting, Purdue.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before you make a bowl. I'm so sorry.
Or mix up the game plan or something.
No, there's no. I mean, I haven't checked his depth chart, but if he's losing to Army, it's either his game plan or his talent.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next team. Get the break in there. Who we cover next?
Pitt.
USA.
Jumbo's
USA.
Pittsburgh. Where are you at? They're in the ACC now, right?
I think so.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
What is Pitt's record? Let me go ahead and luckily I already have their. No, I don't.
Well, we just saw their game, so you know where that's at.
Yeah, I know. Let me get to it. Pitt right now is sitting at 2-3
That's
with
what
a respectable new coach.
Wait, so did any other teams become bowl eligible this week yet, or no?
I don't think any good teams have played.
I don't think any other team has become bowl eligible this week except Slinky.
Okay.
I haven't really checked.
Well, I think one will become.
You'd have to be undefeated at this point.
with
without
Alabama,
a
Ohio
bye.
State. And also, Alabama had a bye week earlier on in the season.
You'd have to be undefeated without a bye at this week to be able to be wait, are we in week 6 or week 7? We're in week 6. You had to be undefeated without a bye, and I think Slinky.
Yeah, we're gonna have some for the night games. So.
So they're
Boys.
2-3. Let me go back to the schedule. I have so many tabs open right now, it's ridiculous. The breaks in there. There we go. 2-3 right now. It's very doable. Pitt is very doable to make a bowl game. First, I want to point out, Sofo said that playing to the strength of your team does not equal Coach of Year material, at least not yet. Well, we're not going to give it to you, Sofo. So, Lucas says raise your night games. I don't.
Oh, did he sent one of us the PM? I'm assuming.
No, he posted them.
Oh, he just posted them.
And Alabama beats Ohio State.
What? Shit, really?
Georgia whooped the shit out of Florida. Boise State goes absolutely ham and cheese, 70-0. 9 touchdowns! Brian Brown, you filthy motherfucker.
Oh my god.
USC keeping it close against Arizona.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Damn it.
Fuck.
If Boise State is fucking #1, I will be pissed.
Just fuck. I knew I shouldn't have scheduled them.
Okay, let's go into Florida, Georgia.
Utah running the ball. Jesus Christ.
What?
We ran like motherfuckers. Oh, Jesus.
We'll focus on that game. We'll focus on that game later. Let's start on Florida, Georgia. Down on the bayou, or not on the bayou, the swamps. I apologize.
Yeah, Florida just playing like shit.
Armor. Yeah, I'm telling you that Joel is not game planning well. They're starting to collapse. Ever since they missed recruiting deadline 1, they're starting to collapse.
I want to say this for all the pollsters. Just because you put up 70 on Hawaii doesn't mean shit.
I agree, but here's the sad part. They're probably going to be #1 anyway. and they're going to be stuck at
Yeah.
number 1 for the next, like...
Decided to lose to fucking Bama, so now are you happy? Are you happy you can see a Boise fucking State banner? Way to go, Randy.
You know what?
Way to
I would
fucking
rather
go.
see a Boise State banner than a fucking Ohio State banner.
No,
That's gonna be the
State.
shittiest banner.
Fuck Ohio.
that's the shittiest
Fuck
banner we could
Ohio
possibly
State.
see.
Fuck
No, look
Ohio
at the
State.
fucking-
Fuck Ohio State. Okay? Fuck Ohio State.
Yeah, as a Michigan fan, you think that, but fuck you.
Fuck Ohio State. Anyway, Georgia took Florida behind the woodshed, told them, you don't steal that fucking candy from my store again, and beat shit out of them like their mom should have. Sam Armour, 30 of 47, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, a very beautiful day. Florida barely amassed over 200 yards in the game, didn't even get as many yards as Sam Armour threw for.
God, I don't want to see a Boise
Yeah.
State banner at all.
I mean,
I agree with you, France.
yeah.
I mean, you don't deserve number 1, but
I
definitely
mean-
not Boise.
Yeah, when we take a look at how let's put up the stupid ass Bama banner.
Anyway, we will get to your fucking game. Georgia beats Florida. Guys, Boise State filthy against Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely disgusting.
but when you're as shit of a team as Hawaii,
No, I'm sorry, dude. Not even. I mean, even Florida State being one of the top teams in the sim couldn't hang that on Georgia State being the worst team in the sim. You can't explain that. You can't explain that. Fox News.
Arizona put up like numbers like that against Georgia State.
yeah,
It's just a matter of aggressiveness. Florida State could have been.
That 9 touchdowns is not going to be surpassed anytime soon. We may go 20, 25 years in this sim before we see that
Yeah.
passed, if ever.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I'm just saying.
Whew, that's filthy. Let's just.
Yeah,
I gotta
that was-
close that. That's almost pornographic.
yeah,
USC goes to Arizona, and Arizona plays them close.
yeah.
They're a good team.
USC had the lead by 1 point at the end of the third, and in the fourth, threw a pick. Nate Craig threw his only interception, but Arizona just could not capitalize, and Nate Craig redeemed himself with a touchdown pass to Wes Thomas.
Yep.
Just shut the door.
We're too good of a team to let shit like that to us.
Pretty even stat line. Jeffrey Ingram being about. I mean, there's not much. There were pretty identical stat lines here, save for
Yeah,
USC
that was-
picking up the victory. There's not much to say here, Dream. Congratulations on your victory. Saluna, you hate Boise. You people hate Boise State for no reason. I'm a Boise believer. I've been voting them number 1 for the same fucking banner to be stuck up there for 10 weeks because they play in the worst conference in the fucking simulation. It's not that I
Yeah.
don't believe in Boise. It's the fact that once Boise gets put in there, they're not going to be moved. They're going to be the fucking
Yeah,
banner
exactly. And they
all the
don't-
way until the
they
fucking
don't-
playoffs.
They don't have many quality wins. The thing is, Boise beat one good team, and that was without a head coach, and that's all they've done.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not
They
even
don't
talking
deserve it.
record. I'm just talking about how I don't want them being stuck at number 1 because no one's going to unrate them number 1 with them hanging 70 on teams that are
Yeah.
below their caliber.
Because they're not, and they haven't proven themselves really. They haven't. They beat LSU
Without a head coach.
without a head coach. That's not that impressive to me. I mean, sure, it's still LSU, but Notre Dame beat them with a coach.
And that coach was new.
And
It's
by-
almost like not having a coach in the first week because they don't know what to do. They're getting a feel for the position.
Yeah, but still, a game plan's still better than no game plan.
I'm just saying I don't doubt Boise Saluna. I just don't want the same fucking banner to be stuck up there because no one's going to come within 21 of this team
Yeah.
until the playoffs starts. We're going to
Yeah.
have fucking Boise State for CAW 32. Let me even see when the last time he got on is because he used to be really active around the time that we were electing. It was CAW 32, wasn't it? He was active around the time we
Yeah,
were
it was CAW 32.
electing, but then just kind of seemed to
He
fall off the
decided
face
to
of
shut
the
up.
earth.
Finally,
He was on yesterday, so I guess he's active. Let him. I mean,
can't
let
wait to
him
watch.
fucking rape him.
all the
But
time.
I mean, from week 6 to week 13 and all the way throughout the playoffs and maybe even into the off season, it's going to be the same fucking banner. It's going to get really boring and really annoying. I'm just glad that Ohio State's not going to be the banner anymore because Ohio State has the worst banner I've ever seen. Script Ohio can fucking blow me. We'll wait for them to come back to start talking about Dean's horrible loss.
Oh God, please! It wasn't a bad.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, I think Boise State will won until the end of the year.
You guys.
Once everybody else is lost.
Aaron Kotar, why?
Kotar ran like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah, he kind of did. He lit the field on fire with his feet, but it just wasn't enough.
He wasn't efficient enough. Wasn't efficient enough in the air, and I kind of feared that when I was setting my game plan. I felt like I should have ran the ball more than I should have, or than I did.
Can we have like a sample Boise State banner just to see? Like, can we
We
see
know
what picture would be
look
used?
like. It's going to be the fucking blue field, the Smurf turf.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna look like shit.
And God damn it, we had the lead. We had the lead late, and then our defense just couldn't hold them off. But
hold on,
I know you don't
we're
like
getting
that.
some information in here to the shout box. Fran says I would love to get raped by Boise in the playoffs. Sophos, if beating LSU with a balanced game plan is not impressive to you, then I question your judgment. Caterich says he can stay within 21. Baby, prove it, and I'll believe it. Coachless teams aren't that bad. Boise State is Franz is number 2. Saluna says the Boise State ratings are literally off the charts. I don't know what that means. Dean, Dream, whichever one of you said that it wasn't impressive beating LSU without a coach. Do you want to explain yourself? Because the talent level, it's not like the talent level drops because they're playing a balanced game plan.
yeah, but they're not maximizing the team. To me,
Well,
it's
they
not
maximized the team right on Hawaii, but they still beat the number 1 rated team in the sim at the time, and by a fair margin, and against and at LSU. And I'm still saying, even if playoffs stepped into that position, there's no guarantee that he even comes within any closer. There's not even any guarantee that the ugly would have played as close a game.
I think if LSU has a coach, they win that game. LSU is more talented than Boise State, no doubt. You can't question that. If you actually look at the team ratings, they're more talented. If you look at the depth chart, they're more talented. Sure, they have Brian Brown, but that's pretty one-dimensional, and they could stop that. So,
can you stop a person who put up 9 touchdowns on any team, even if the team was like? I mean, they're in the same league.
I'm not saying they can stop him completely. I'm saying they could shut him down a bit more, or a lot better than they did.
I'm still saying that even if the ugly was coaching Boise State, it's not as cinchable as you think. Saluna says, I don't get why beating LSU with a balanced plan is just thrown out. That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. I have nothing against Boise State, except for the fact that that banner is not going to be changed for the rest of all of pretty much 2 or 3 months.
And that's going to be the banner that...
And he could even be, with Brian Brown leaving, he may not be voted number 1 preseason for next year, but that literally could be the banner through the rest of the season, and it's going to get old and tiring after a while.
Brian Brown is the Boise State team. Without him, they're not. I'm not even sure.
The receiving core is pretty spread out. DJ Reed with 2 interceptions for Boise. That's filthy. That's disgusting. That LSU game rating was the best of any team that's lost this season. I don't know what that means, to be honest.
I really have no idea what this means.
So anyway, Boise State is pretty much cinched to be number 1 for the rest of the year. If they're voted number 1 next week, and we know it's going to be happening. Yeah. So we just got to pretty much get off it, I guess, because it's not going to change. The banner's not going to change at all for the rest of the year unless Cade can pull off the biggest miracle in history. And they keep dropping. I don't know why they keep dropping. Probably because they have terrible internet.
You can't do anything about it. You lost the game.
You were dropping. I did not say what you said.
I hate losing. I hate it. It sucks. It's a shit feeling.
And they're gone again. Not sure what to discuss at this point. I'll take anything from the shout box if you guys are interested in any answers. But like I said, the only thing I have against Boise State, they're a great fucking team, and they've shown it week in and week out against the best team in preseason team ratings. But quick, especially because there's no drama. I just don't. Taking a look at Boise State's schedule, I got them open here. In the AAC, they got Colorado State, Oregon, San Diego State, Houston, UCF, and Illinois. I'm not even willing to give a Mississippi State chance, except for the game of Oregon, that they even get touched, unless Brian Brown goes down with a serious injury.
I pray to God Oregon beats them. Just so we don't have to see that stupid fucking banner.
That's what I'm hoping, but Brian Brown is going to have to get pipe of injury pretty hard, and I don't know,
I really hope they don't have a good backup, because...
Let me go check their...
I'm checking their depth chart right now.
You are? Okay. I'll get it open anyway.
Because we're not going to be able to post it or anything.
Let's finish, while we're done with this, let's finish talking about Pittsburgh. Hey, let's finish talking about Pittsburgh's schedule. We never finished that.
Okay. Oh, can you post that again?
Yeah, hold on. Let me copy and paste it again. Pittsburgh is 2-3 right now, but this is their schedule. At Duke, definite victory. At Syracuse, so long as Syracuse stays coachless, you can chalk that up to a win.
Yeah.
If they do get a coach, I don't know, because Syracuse has not been playing well. I know we just got into a discussion about Boise State beating LSU without a coach, but Syracuse has not been playing well at all.
Because they don't have...
No, I guess it's different for each team. Miami, I don't know. Since Miami couldn't take out touchdown Jesus and Pitt took out the V train.
Oh yeah.
I'm hesitant. That's going to be a 50-50 game. I'm going to go ahead and give them the loss just for records purposes because we can't just give them a tie. At Virginia, I'll give them the win. Navy, I'll give them the win. At Georgia Tech, I'll give them the win. At Penn State, I'll give them the loss. So 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, 7-5. Pitt can definitely go 7-5. Jumbo can salvage this Pittsburgh season and go to a pretty decent bowl for where they started at.
Yeah,
like a pinstripe bowl or something.
Yeah.
Anything would be better than how they started the season.
Oh yeah, definitely. Teams with coaches are better than teams without coaches.
Can somebody link Dollar Bill to Gameday? He asked.
I would, but then our internet would fuck up.
Somebody else will. Some kind-hearted soul watching Gameday right now.
I'm not sure how to do it. I don't want to track it down. Da-dum. Oh yeah, I was bringing up the Boise State depth chart.
Yeah, I had it. They don't have shit for depth behind Brian Brown, so if their QB goes down, they're fucked.
How do they do recruiting-wise at quarterback?
Didn't say. Yeah, Brian Brown is the heart and soul of their quarterbacks, but their running backs are still pretty good.
Yeah, they got a decent running back.
And their wide receiver core is pretty fucking sweet.
It's not Ohio State's receiving core, though.
Ohio State just lost to Alabama.
So?
I bet Boise would lose that.
I think Boise would lose to Bama.
No, I don't. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say you guys are just mad because Boise's going to be on the banner. I think in a 10 game, like if we played the simulation 10 times for fun, Boise wins at 7 out of 10.
I don't know.
If you put that in a neutral site game, Boise wins at 7 out of 10.
I don't like how it seems that every college football game always overhypes Boise State and makes them out to be something that they're not, and it's happening again.
Because Boise State's never this good. They're just
you guys are saying they're not this good, but do you see what they just did to Hawaii?
No, I mean In this
No.
simulation, they're probably this good, but in real life, they're not this good.
Well, we're not bringing in real life in here. We're
This
bringing
is
in.
slightly based on real life.
If this was based on real life, Kentucky wouldn't have nearly as good of a team as they actually have.
I feel like this is like based off of the year 2007 or something.
I think you're
Kentucky
right.
didn't have a good team in 2007.
Isn't that when they had like Andre
I think so, yeah.
Woodson or whatever?
I mean, they may have gone to a bowl game, but they've never been competitive in the SEC.
They were top 25.
Ooh, good for them.
Darren McFadden was at Arkansas, and they were
Yeah.
tearing it up.
Anyway, I'm just saying that you give me Alabama, Boise State. Boise beat Bama last season, so says Brian Kelly.
Yeah, but that was with Lucas as a head coach, and Lucas didn't set a game plan.
That doesn't fucking matter. We've already brought that up multiple times.
It does matter when you don't optimize your offense or your defense, and you know he didn't. Because all you have to do with Boise is play the fucking passes. They throw the ball 50 times
You know
a
what?
game.
I'm gonna go look up that game since you guys are just so hardcore against fucking Boise right now.
I'm not hardcore against Boise. I respect the fact that Boise's a good team. What I'm saying is they're not playing
You don't
good enough.
seem to respect the fact that Boise's a good team because you keep saying that they lose because the other team didn't optimize their game plan.
One good team. They're only going to play one good team this season. That
And
doesn't show you.
I'm not happy about that either. But that's not going to stop the voters from putting them as number one.
They may well be the best team right now, but they haven't proven it.
What are you going to say when they run through the playoffs and they win the fucking title? I'm just saying. Because every time they lost, it's because the coach didn't optimize it. You can't go into Lucas's records and look at what fucking game plan he ran. You just can't. You can't assume he didn't run a good game plan. So you should probably cut that shit out.
What I'm saying is, Boise State has beat one team that's good. You can't just give a team the number one rating because they beat one team that was ranked number one, but now they're ranked number 17, while other teams have actually beat other decent teams. And they've proven themselves.
I mean, they're number two, so I don't see why they can't give them number one. I'm
State,
sure if you put up Ohio State against Boise State, it's not going to be pretty.
Boise State's beating the shit out of
They
them.
haven't beat the shit out of them.
They have the eyeball test going for them. Yes, they have.
They didn't beat the shit out of LSU.
Let the eyeball test go. Let's see what happens in the playoffs. But whoever they go against in the playoffs is going to be shaking in their fucking boots.
This is mainly based on the fact I don't want to see Boise State's man for the next 8 weeks.
I agree with that, but that doesn't make them not a good team. That doesn't mean that we can start blaming their.
I'm not a good team. I'm saying they're not worthy of the number one.
You're blaming their wins on coachless figures that didn't optimize a game plan.
I'm not blaming that on that necessarily. What I'm saying is that it should factor in slightly.
Not necessarily. That's what you said verbatim.
I'm saying that you should factor that in when you're looking at those games because they did.
I mean, I am factoring it in, but I'm sorry, but the team rating doesn't change because there's not a fucking coach.
Ian, you're coming off like Skip Bayless in this argument.
How am I coming off like
Skip? You are. You sound really fucking mad, dude. I'm just saying. I am mad
because I fucking lost my game, so I want to yell at something else, but. It's just
it's making you look kind of dumb.
You're restating one point over and over again and getting angrier, saying that's you and
no, because you guys won't listen to me.
You are listening to you.
I changed.
Boise State, Alabama must have been the bowl game because I don't see it in the regular season.
When
Saluna says the rest of the games will be, when Boise beat Bama.
Yeah, that was after the season. That was in the bowl game.
Was that day 3? I guess.
And then they beat.
It wasn't day 3.
But Boise lost to 4 teams last year who were shit, utter shit.
Boise didn't have a coach.
And when did
exactly? You see what I'm talking about? You can't just pick and choose when you bring up the no coach argument.
You're picking and choosing when to bring up the no coach argument.
That's a stupid point.
You also forget that there were progressions last season.
I understand that, but I mean, it's not during the middle of the season where you have the point progression for the players. At least I don't see that.
Take a look at day 2. Maybe it was in day 2. Here it is. A new era pinstripe bowl. Boise State rolled Alabama pretty fucking hard. Brian Brown went 38 of 52 for 415 and 3 touchdowns. How are you going to explain that without the Lucas was a bad coach argument? I don't think you can.
Because he didn't have a fucking coach, or Alabama didn't have a coach.
I think Boise's good because they do have a coach.
Yeah, Boise's good because they do have a coach, and Alabama wasn't good because they don't have a coach. Alabama has a coach now. Alabama has a coach now. He's good. He just proved that. He beat Oregon State last week. They're a good team. He beat us this week, and we're a really fucking good team.
If you're a really fucking good team, then I mean, you guys always seem to play it close.
This was the first game this year.
You're the Texas of the Big Ten.
Shit out of Penn State last week, who was a good team, and I don't think anyone's going to argue they're not a good team, even though they played like shit against Army this week too. But
oh no, see now you're trying to argue that they're not a good team. Oh fuck it. In any case, this will never be solved until the playoffs come around and they play some extremely difficult talent, but
yeah.
I'm not ready to just throw every fucking good team that they have beaten under the bus due to coachless nature.
Yeah. Again,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they beaten one good team this year, and they didn't have a coach at the time.
No, you just said, I'm not saying that, but, and then repeats the exact same point you said you weren't saying.
Hold on, you think let me finish my statement?
That. No, because it's the same fucking statement you said for like 5 minutes.
That's all Boise's done. They beat LSU. That's
How many teams in the top 5 have you beaten this year?
Rank somebody else number 1.
How many times? How many people in the top 5 have you beaten this year? I hear a pretty deafening silence over there.
They haven't beaten anybody in the top 5 this year.
They beat the number 1 fucking ranked team in the nation.
17 team.
They beat the number 17 team. I thought LSU was number 1 on the week they beat them.
They were number 1. They're 17 now.
Oh, whine about it, dude. Just quit crying about it.
Lost to Notre Dame. They beat a team that lost to Notre Dame. We beat Notre Dame.
You're playing transitive property now.
Well,
you say that Boise doesn't deserve it. You know what? No. Let me turn it back around on you for a second. You say that Boise doesn't deserve it. Why did Ohio State deserve it? Explain that.
Because they beat Penn State. They beat Notre Dame. They beat good teams.
Did they beat any top 5 teams?
They beat Notre Dame.
Did they beat any top? No. That's not. No, you can't repeat that. It's a yes or no question. Did they beat any top 5 teams?
Oh my fucking god, Ted, you're pissing me off so much right now.
Yeah, I know I am, but I mean that's the fucking point here. You need to realize Ohio State. If you're saying Boise State doesn't deserve that ranking because they didn't play anybody, who the fuck is Ohio State played who even got that ranking in the first place?
They did beat a top 5.
No, they didn't because LSU is not a top 5 team. We thought they were a top 5 team. They weren't. They didn't have a coach either, and that showed.
No, see, you're running back to that doesn't have a coach argument. But the fact of the matter is, Boise State has beat a number 1 team when they were number 1. Ohio State has not beat a top 5 team this year. They haven't. They went against one and lost. They're 0-1.
We beat 2 top 10 teams.
Why did Ohio State deserve that?
We beat 2 top 10 teams. That's better than beating just 1 top 5 team.
Let's take a look under.
Can we stop this first take bullshit where you're just screaming at each other for like 30 fucking minutes? Move on to a different subject.
Well, I'm sorry, Ted's pissing me off.
No, I mean the people are enjoying it. So I'm sorry, but your logic is flawed, based around not liking Boise. And I agree. I'm not a huge fan of Boise either because they play in a soft conference. That doesn't mean they don't deserve this number 1 ranking.
My logic isn't flawed. My logic's perfectly fine. I think when you think my logic's flawed, but I think both of us might.
No, your logic is really fucking flawed, dude. You run back to the no-coach argument, and you can't explain to me why Ohio State was number 1 for who they beat.
I can explain to you why Ohio State was number 1. We beat 2 top 10 teams, and one of them was on the road.
What ranking are they now if we're going to go by your logic?
Where are they now?
Yeah.
Penn State was at 13, and Notre Dame is at number 9, I believe.
Was
2 teams both higher than LSU.
But then a top 5 team took you out in a neutral site.
Yeah, that's because Alabama was underrated. And I thought this myself. I just don't want to say it because I wanted to be the number 1 team. But Bama is very good. Bama is extraordinarily talented. They're one of the best teams in the sim.
Saluna says Dean_Craig_Bayless.
Yeah, I saw that myself.
I'm sorry, but they beat a number 1 team when the team was ranked number 1. Boise State helped us to change that banner after the preseason. Just because that team fell to 17 doesn't discredit that victory at LSU. Just like we're not trying to discredit your victories against Penn State or Notre Dame, whether they were at home or whatever.
Yeah.
But with your logic, then Ohio State had no business being number 1 in the first place.
No,
And
we
that's
did.
your
We did.
team.
We beat 2 teams with coaches that were good
No,
teams.
see, you need to quit running into that fucking they have coaches argument.
Well, I mean, okay, but what I'm
Northwestern
saying
is doing
Boise
pretty
State's
damn
schedule-
good without a coach.
Boise State's schedule not nearly as impressive.
What did you say, Ted? Hold on.
Northwestern's playing pretty damn good ball without a coach.
But also, you do see how Boise State played without a coach.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on.
If we can't bring up last year, then don't bring up last year. If we can bring up last year, then last year, Boise State beat a pretty good Alabama team.
But that was without a coach.
Oh, move on to a different subject. Move on to a fucking different subject. How about that?
What other subject do you want? We're still waiting for the rest of the night games.
Let's talk about playoff teams here.
Okay, Boise State.
I mean,
We're talking about playoff teams. We're talking about Boise State. We're talking about Ohio State.
I mean,
Ohio State potentially.
playoff predictions. Don't.
Okay. You have Boise State because they're going to win the fucking AAC because no one else is going to come fucking close to beating Boise. Then you have the winner of the Big 12, whoever that is, whether that's Oklahoma or Texas. I'm
going to go with Oklahoma.
I'm almost fucking hoping Texas wins because I don't want to go to the playoffs with Boise State there because that's just going to be a first round out.
And then I don't know if you pick a team from the ACC. I guess
no, I want to go with a team from the ACC. The ACC.
Then you have the winner of the Big. Whether that's
God knows who that'll be.
I believe it's going to want to be either me. It's going to want to be Ohio State or Wisconsin, probably, in all likelihood.
I'm going to go with
we don't play each
Wisconsin.
other. And that, yeah, fuck you. Anyways, and then you have.
Like I said, I don't want to win the Big 12.
Dream doesn't lose the rest of the season. You have USC. If Dream does lose a game,
I mean,
it's a grab bag.
Who's going to come out of that pack except USC? That's pretty much Pack's to lose.
Yeah,
The pack is USC's to lose.
Unless UCLA gets their shit back together,
They won't.
there's no way to really
The
have a chance.
only one who's going to have a shot at even taking you down is Oregon, and I think they're in your division.
That's a very slim chance, I think.
They got the Mississippi State chance, but
Yeah. No, I don't even give them the Mississippi State chance. I give them.
Hey, Ted, Franz said I was right, so fuck you. The lawyer says I'm right. My logic is solid.
eh.
I win.
Are we picking teams now?
Yeah, but no, we can go back to that.
Team Jacob. Team Kyle.
But yeah, I like Oklahoma, and Stormstopper says you need to come out of your division first.
Franz, we invited you 3 fucking times on here. If you want to come on here, we can send you the link. But we're gonna be pretty done with this pretty soon. I got other things I need to do. We've been on this since like what, for a couple hours now.
A while. A very,
How many
very
viewers
long
do we
time.
I
have?
have a
Luna said
girlfriend
I'm just
going
watching
through
the
it.
number of viewers go up. And of course they.
Well,
How
I
many
was
viewers
talking
do we
to my
have?
girlfriend. Anytime we're not talking about your girlfriend, we're talking about other stuff, and you just randomly bring up your girlfriend. It's really fucking annoying.
It's because Dean's mad because he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think that's some most people who are in relationships.
He went into MetLife Stadium and he lost his chance at asking out a girl.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a lonely, sad man, getting a loss on a college football simulation website kind of hurts too, and now I don't get to see my name on the banner anymore. Which is why I wanted it up there, by the
shouldn't
way.
have been up there in the first place, but
I was
we've
pushing
moved.
so hard for it because I knew deep down in my heart Pittman was going to beat me this week. Oh yeah, Bama, they're going to be a playoff team probably, provided I think LSU might beat them though.
Depending on what happens with the Red River Shootout, OSU versus OU versus Texas.
Oh, so wait, do we have a Big Ten team making it in?
Into the playoffs now. They're gonna all beat each other up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It becomes too much of a bloodbath.
I think we went out, and I think we become.
If Ohio State wins out, then they have a shot.
Yeah.
I will give them the shot, but then you'll get your fucking shot at Boise State.
And yeah. So let's hope that happens.
I'd love to see you get decimated by Boise State.
I
Then what will you say?
I fear Boise State. I do.
Just like Dave Matthews Band, what will you
Boise State is
say?
a very good team.
Or
I
what
just
would
don't-
you
I
say?
don't think they should be number one right now. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that.
When do you want to put them number one with that soft schedule they have, though?
That's why I don't think they should be number one. They have
Do
such
you
a
not
soft
want to put them number one at all?
I think they should be number one if they're the only undefeated team at the end of the season.
Why delay it so much, though?
Because
just because of their
they're
schedule.
other undefeated
There
teams
are
that
other
better
undefeated
in
teams. Yeah.
stronger conferences is the train of
And
thought
play
there.
better schedule. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Boise
I'm
State.
sure if they could go to a better conference, but that's not how it's set up.
Yeah,
They were in a better conference.
kind of.
But then we had to reshuffle, put them in the AAC.
It was
Big
still-
12 was okay. It has a few top heavies.
it was
Texas OU is still more than just Boise State in the AAC alone.
It was still a really shitty conference last year.
The Big 10 this year is the Big 12 last year
Yeah.
with
Wait.
more ranked teams.
Yeah, with a lot of better teams.
They're still beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, we are. I think the thing that happened last year was you just fucked up, Ted. I don't think that was a Big 12 being the show.
Hey, I admit it. Boise State beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
And then Texas.
And I
beat
also
you.
admit that they can be number one on the site. I just don't want to see their banner up there for 10 weeks. But
And
it's
I
going to
agree.
happen, so there's nothing we can do about it.
The
We
one,
didn't even finish getting through some of these schedules.
Yeah.
Actually, we just have Georgia and Kafka left.
can we do mine too?
Who?
You're gonna win out, dude.
Oh,
You
wait,
don't-
hold on. Saluna, breaking news. Saluna posts more night games. Starting with Texas at Iowa State. Iowa State gets routed.
Yeah.
Terribly.
Now, do you have to
Michigan at
consider-
Rutgers. Michigan beats Rutgers. Thank you. Auburn at LSU. LSU wipes the floor with
God damn
Auburn.
it! Office is gonna be so happy, and I'm gonna see sitting here.
Arizona State wiped the floor. Well, Arizona State beat Utah. Guys, there's no surprises there, is there?
No.
I picked a lot of those games
Tommy
wrong.
Jones went 17 for 30 with 142 yards. Michigan wins. Michigan gets 16 points on less than 200 yards of total offense.
Wow.
We're sorry, Franz. Our internet is shit. But yeah,
It ain't me, Franz. I've got great internet. They have terrible internet.
it'll change soon.
What's the complaint about?
Our internet
Oh,
being
your
shitty.
internet's terrible. Let me get Kafka's schedule back up here. Ugh.
Let's
Damn.
do a break.
Schedules and information.
I mean, Texas only won 28-3. That's not that impressive.
What? I'm not getting into this with you, goddammit. I'm not going to defend my fucking rival to you.
I mean, no. What I'm saying is, I mean, that's a good win and everything, but that's not nearly as impressive as 70-0. It doesn't stick out as much.
Okay, no, now you're doing it. No, fuck you, be gone, devil.
Stop playing the devil's
28 to 3 is not impressive as 70-0, but 70-0 doesn't deserve the banner.
No, what I was saying, no, he was saying, do you consider Texas number 1 right now? And I was just saying, the minds of the voters say no, probably.
Anyway,
Even though Iowa State,
moving on to Georgia's schedule.
Why?
Michigan with the tire fire offense, says Taffy. Oh, thank fuck, quoted by Sophos.
Yeah, because he
We
thought he was
moved-
going to lose. That's why I thought he was going to.
We're moving on. Georgia sitting at the 5-1. Georgia with the only loss being Minnesota at home on that poor kicker. Oh shit! I accidentally posted the whole thing. You mind breaking that again so I can repost just the ones that are left?
Well, I mean, we know the ones that are just left, really. I mean,
Yeah, it's just Missouri.
But
South
you guys are
Carolina.
lazy, so it'll be easier. Okay, at Missouri.
Well-
Missouri's really a dumpster fire right now.
Most of these teams are dumpster fires right now.
So Missouri's
I'm gonna go
that's a
ahead-
victory for Franz.
Fires.
Franz is going to go
Yeah.
bowl eligible next week at Missouri. At South Carolina, you could chalk that up to a victory. Kentucky, I don't know.
I mean, it'll be closer than originally we would have anticipated, but
I'm trying not to undervalue these teams as much as we have been in the past. And Kentucky is a pretty good football team. I'm not going to hand Georgia this victory. I'm going to give them the victory, but I'm not going to just say you got it.
I don't think any of these teams are better than Georgia, but some of these teams will play Georgia close.
yeah, I agree with
Actually,
that.
their most difficult games left are at home, Kentucky and Tennessee. He can pull it out of Vanderbilt.
That Auburn's pretty tough.
Someone ever coach again?
I think they got one, yeah.
Auburn has a coach. I just don't remember who. We brought that up at the very beginning when Danger was in here. Man, I wish Danger was in here for that argument.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, TCU. Playoff team?
No. Tennessee. That's a dangerous team. Tennessee, very bipolar.
Is Robert Aikman's okay, right?
They're high puller. Get it? Hi there, guys.
Get the fuck out of here! You look like with that terrible webcam. You look like Andy Samberg when you smile. It's terrible. Anyway,
his glasses on the other day because Danny Samberg's wearing those glasses.
Oh yeah.
At Auburn, I don't know, dude. Auburn just went to LSU and got ripped pretty hard. And they're lagging out again. God damn it, I'm hosting this next week. This is terrible. This is terrible for our fans. This is terrible for everybody involved. Technical difficulties, we do apologize.
Anything really that stupid.
Alright, welcome back.
Thanks. It's only the 50th time we've dropped so far during this podcast.
I'm hosting this next week. Because we actually had a good game day, and you guys are buffering all the fucking customers out.
Yeah.
So at Auburn, I'm sorry. Once Auburn shows me that they can put up some points, I won't hand that to Kafka, but for right now, hand him the W. And Georgia Tech, another very bipolar team that seems to show up when it wants and doesn't when it doesn't want to, pulled out victory from jaws of defeat today at Virginia. I'm going to go ahead and say Kafka's taking that one.
Yeah.
I have.
So, I say he wins out, honestly, and he'll go 11-1 and represent the SEC in the title game. And I even think with how it really depends on if he can take out Alabama or not. That's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Probably the best. That's probably going to be the best title game of all of the conference championships.
Well, I don't know. USC versus whatever.
Bumfuck. I mean, considering how weak you're in the north, right?
South. University of Southern California.
I thought Oregon and USC were in the same division. If they're not, then it's going to be Oregon USC in the title game, and USC will trounce them.
Oregon. Did we look? We looked at Oregon's, and we had them going like what 7-5.
Yeah.
That might be good enough to win that Pac division because they're shit.
It'll be good enough to win the Pac division, but not the title. It'll be almost as bad as when UCF went to the Big 12 championship last year.
Wait, shit! That means Oregon goes to an Access Bowl, so doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever team comes out.
No, don't go into that. So Kafka, you're going 11-1, and probably to the SEC title game there.
Yeah.
Franz Kafka says I might need to call a physician because I've had a post-Florida win erection for forever. It hasn't even been an hour, Franz.
Anyways, I don't know if Bama makes it to the SEC championship game.
Let's take a look at their schedule.
Because they play at LSU, don't they? Or no, maybe
they play LSU at home. This is the rest of their schedule, and it's not pretty. Break it.
Oh.
Page break it.
Do I need to hit? Yeah. I said we look at Ohio State's. Let's look at all our schedules.
No.
At Arkansas. Fine.
At Arkansas is going to be okay. Tennessee's going to be an okay game. LSU is going to be game of the week.
So it looks like Rand's got figured out.
That A&M could be dangerous if Mississippi State decides to be Mississippi State has a puncher's chance.
A&M cannot be dangerous with how they've been playing recently.
Yeah, A&M's not dangerous by the way they've been playing. Mississippi State, they beat Florida State, but I don't see them beating Bama.
I cannot count them out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Because I did once, and they burned me so fucking bad. I had to go to the hospital after that game.
Ole Miss is another team that you don't want to.
Yeah, Ole Miss is another team to fuck with.
Yeah.
And Auburn, like I said, if Auburn can figure their shit out by the end of the season, I'll give them a chance. But otherwise,
Alabama may I think Bama would win most of these games, but there's always those.
Yeah.
There's a
Alabama LSU is the winner of the SEC and goes on to play Browns. unless, and I'm sure in the chat box they will correct me if I'm wrong, and they're all in the same division.
Oh shit! Is that how that worked? No, because it was just Jordan and Florida that were in the same one.
It'd be SEC East, Georgia, SEC West, Bama.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the way I think it goes, but I'm not.
Sometimes the East and West don't make sense geographically speaking. So.
Because I swore that USC and Oregon were in the same division, but maybe not.
No.
Nobody's really corrected us either way. I mean, what left do we have to say here, guys? Boise State's... I mean, it's almost confirmed Boise State's going to be on that banner tomorrow.
Yeah. I say we look at Ohio State's schedule, Oklahoma's schedule, and USC's schedule, just so we...
all right. To wrap this up, we'll look at our own schedules.
Because we're all technically...
So, page break.
First up, we're going for USC's schedule, because it was the first one I found. I don't see very many roadblocks in here.
I don't either.
Cal, sorry, Alec, but you're going to get ripped.
Oh, God.
Bye.
So easy.
Yeah.
Utah, easy. Stanford, easy. Colorado is going to be horrifying. Arizona State's your best chance to lose, and that's at home. At UCLA, if you don't win out, you should probably quit the site.
You're a shit coach if you...
USC wins out and goes to the Pac-12 championship and probably should go to those playoffs.
You know what? If you don't win, if you lose one of those games, Dream, you move to Asheville. There we go.
If we're making bets here, next up is Ohio State.
Wait, what happens if I don't?
You move to Asheville.
Okay.
Ohio State. Yeah, this is pretty much the Boise State cakewalk here.
I mean, it's more challenging than Boise State's schedule because it's big.
Maybe
4 ranked teams in there. 5 ranked teams, maybe.
What? Iowa's ranked. Michigan State is ranked, but they may not be ranked by the time you reach.
They were ranked, yeah, and then Rutgers and Michigan.
Probably not going to be ranked after that. Michigan's ranked, but who knows if they'll still be ranked by the end of the season. I'll give you the clean sweep here. No one's gonna touch you.
The only one that scares me really is at Iowa.
Really? At Iowa's the one that scares you the most out of those?
Or at Michigan State.
I wouldn't be afraid of at Michigan State. There's 6 wins. Have any of Michigan State's... Iowa's a dangerous team. Remember, they made that comeback against... or did they just shut down? No. I keep getting that fucking game wrong. Oklahoma State won that game. I keep getting that stat wrong.
Yeah, because we were talking about that. We thought they were coming back, and they almost did. They didn't score in the fourth quarter.
I would be more scared of at Iowa than at Michigan State, because even Slinky thinks he's going to go 6-6.
I feel like Slinky wins a couple of games. I think he goes 8-4, but
I guess we have to wait.
I don't know. We're not here to discuss his. He's not on, so who cares?
Well, that's a good point. Man, we're down like 3 viewers.
Oh my God! Danger just asked if Game Day is still going on.
Oh man, he missed some shit.
Yeah, he did.
Join again.
No, because I'm about to wrap this up. It's almost 9 o'clock Central. We've been going over 2 hours now.
Didn't we do a sign-off at one point?
Yeah, and then Cade reminded us we hadn't gone over the schedules, the night games came out, the big ESPN argument came out, we raised a new point in viewers, which I never got to hear what that was. And, break it. I break it again.
Yeah, oh.
Kansas. I am a little bit worried about Kansas. Oh shit! It's Danger.
Oh, Danger's back. Danger!
What's up?
You missed a huge argument because Ohio State is a prick.
I think we missed.
I'm just pointing out. I called Bama winning. I called Georgia winning. I called the exact score of the Boise State Hawaii game. I called USC Arizona being tight.
And you also called yourself losing in the fourth quarter, so congratulations.
I'm freaking brilliant.
Anyway, we're going over the last schedule. We're going over OU's schedule right now. Kansas, I am worried about Kansas, but TCU took them to the
Kansas
wire.
is fucking terrible.
Oh shit, that's some shit talk right
No,
there.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I still can't believe I even came that close. But
Taffy says that we legit became ESPN Radio.
and I just want to point. Oh, holy fuck, Brian Brown.
Yeah, we went over that. We're not going over that again.
Oh,
sorry. We're the schedule. Kansas. I'm gonna give myself the victory. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd take you getting the victory against Kansas. They are a good team, but if you can stop their rushing attack, he does have a passing attack to back it up, but he doesn't use it as much as he probably should. Because I thought he was going to throw the ball a lot more, and he didn't, which is what it is.
Yeah.
TCU at TCU. There won't even be a fight.
Are you serious? Yeah. You'll win. You'll win, but I think I'll keep it close just because I've managed to keep a lot of games.
At Iowa State, Texas routed them. I don't think I'll have a problem routing them.
I feel all these games should be close to you except the West Virginia one because I think you make your friend forget about CFBHC the week before that game.
Texas, I'm scared. I am legitimately worried.
Or you try to really set a game plan.
So what you're going to want to do is wildcat, pass heavy.
Just don't tell them about the change in points.
I won't. I'm not going to. I'm
tell
pretty
them he needs to change his
Texas, I'm afraid of. I'm going to let you guys decide if I should pencil in an L or a W there. I'm not going to say either way.
I'm going to...
I'll put you in for a win since Texas hasn't lost this year and you have. Because that's how the world works, Parody.
Yeah. Whoever
seems won't win in the play.
Whoever seems to be sucking at that point in the Red River rivalry, up until that game, always seems to win.
I mean, Texas has a win over a good Minnesota team. I have a close loss at home over a really good Florida State team.
That wasn't that close, was it?
It was 10 points.
That was 3 scores, was it not?
It was what?
Wasn't that like 2 or 3 scores?
No, it was like 10 points, maybe 12.
That's 2 or 3 scores.
If you want to play fucking field goals, you won't be a little bitch about it.
No, a touchdown and the field goal's 2 scores, Ted. That's how it works.
No, you said like 3 scores. Hold on.
I
what
said
was
2
it?
or 3.
Saturday night, week 4. Take a look here. 31 and 20. Calm your fucking. 31 and 20. Calm your shit.
Huh? Are you talking about what I was saying?
What?
Yeah.
I was saying earlier that Texas
Anyway, I just hope it's not raining in Manhattan, Kansas, because if that happens, I'm probably going to lose at Kansas State.
No, Kansas State is not that great.
I want to point out Kansas State won against Oklahoma State because it was raining in Manhattan. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I didn't call that. I thought Oklahoma.
West Virginia, I'm going to pencil myself in for a win against West Virginia. They come to Oklahoma Memorial, and they're going to get their ass beat.
I mean, you're friends with the coach. You can just sabotage if you have to.
He seems to think he's going to win, but that's just not going to fucking happen.
Just tell him to change his game plan. Don't tell him about the penalty right before.
I will go to Australia, and I will break King Adalzel's webcam so he can't Skype with his team the week before that game, and we'll beat him like 60-0.
I hope you realize you don't actually get to talk to your players, Ted. I just want to break this to you.
You guys don't?
You know, you seem to be in a really bad mood ever since you got your ass stomped by Alabama and Boise State's going to be
I wonder why I would be in such a bad mood about that.
Maybe it's because you need to get some dick or something.
Get some dick? I think you mean the other one.
Oh.
No, I don't. I definitely don't.
The cock. That's what...
Anyway, I see myself...
winning out, except maybe Texas.
Except for Texas, I see myself winning out. Texas, I can't give myself a win. I can't
I'm
give myself a loss, though, either.
One of these games randomly that he shouldn't lose.
Shut the fuck up.
TCU.
He wins all the rest of them, but he's going to lose to, like, TCU.
I'm not going to lose to TCU. Shut the fuck up.
At quarterback.
I'm going to laugh so hard when you lose to TCU, Ted.
I'm
gonna be
gonna
hilarious.
laugh so hard when you lose.
I'm gonna be up like
playoffs.
14 in the fourth quarter and throw
And
3
then-
picks and just.
Jacoby Servins, man, remember that motherfucker's on my team and he's dangerous.
I have him as the number 1 quarterback in the draft right now. So
What?
Cornerback.
Oh,
Or
corner. Okay, I was gonna say.
CB.
yes.
Anyway, I think we're done here. It's been way too long. Danger had time to leave and come back.
Yeah, I played some card games. Came back.
Oh shit, dude! It's been like 3 hours, hasn't it?
Yeah. Everyone loved it, but it's time we sign off.
Oh,
Hold on a
This has
second.
been an ESPN radio version of College Game Day
Danger,
from
please.
MetLife Stadium. Alabama wins over Ohio State in a hard-fought game. Boise State's sure to be the number 1 team for the rest of the season.
are you serious? I'm putting Bama number 1.
Okay, thank you.
College
Chicago
game.
10-1 for Danger
Yes.
Zone. I live in the
game.
Dreamatorium, and Dean Craig Pelton and all of our
Hey,
staff
hold on.
and
He's
crew.
trying to say something, Ted. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Hold on.
fucking say it then. We've been on 3 hours. What did you now just think of to say?
College game day went on long enough for college game day. Okay, the game happened during college game day that we're at college game day for.
Oh yeah.
That's how long college game day went on for.
Yeah. So anyway, from all of our staff and crew, thank you for watching College Game Day. Good night. Chicago 10-1.
Oh, do we stop the broadcast?
He just muted himself. I think we have to.
I am.
This is the actual end. Ted's an idiot.